Yo, 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 what is going on? What is going on? Listen, episode 69 of the OnlyMans podcast. My guys are inside. You don't
Yes,
know.
sir.
Yo, what you telling me, broski?
Damn, fam, what are you telling me, fam?
The energy is up, the energy is high. Is Maggiano in the
Nah,
building, yeah?
he is currently not here. Let's just say he's not
Okay,
here.
okay. Listen,
He playing Fortnite.
we're gonna intro this shit real quick here. We're gonna intro this shit and we're gonna get right into shit. We're gonna get right into it. So listen,
Jake,
everybody, we here again, episode 69 of the OnlyMans podcast in this motherfucker. You know what
yes,
it is
sir.
already. You know what I mean? And I got my guy inside, the Rose Garden RG head honcho, young Sims roll straps like a baseball bat that could hit home runs in the National League. God bless the man with good intentions. We got Secret Life of Will in the motherfucking building. You know what I
There,
mean? And of course, you have myself, Drizzy Francis,
legendary,
YM, Lord Smoke, Lord Poseidon,
one and only.
Elohim, Young Messiah, whatever you want, call him, and we here.
There.
And this is episode 69. No Takashi, but episode 69 of the only podcast. Yeah. And we inside.
Oh, that could easily be turned into a joke, but yeah, I don't think I'm witty enough for that shit right now, fam.
It's all right. Give it a sec. You know what I mean? Give it a second. I'm
Yeah,
sure
I'm
we'll get
saying
there.
maybe in the final thoughts section there might be a joke about the, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, mate. What you telling me though, bro? You good?
I'm all right, man. Just working, fam, man. Working like a slave out this motherfucker, fam. God damn,
Okay.
God
So
damn.
again, the audience probably won't be aware, but like without going into too much detail, but some of the work that you've undertaken has changed recently, innit? So talk to
Yeah,
us about
nah,
that. Talk to us
it's
about that
different
change.
now. It's different now. Yeah, it's cool, man. It's like they let us just do whatever, fam. Like we be having like hour breaks every like 2 hours, fam. we'd be, we'd be having like, yeah, nah, we cool, fam. They'd just be like, oh yeah, we need you to do this, and this, and we're like, all right, bet.
And
All
as
right,
long as you do that, like you
as long
cool.
as we do that, we lit, fam. So that's cool. I like that. I like it.
I
We're
might
not
have to,
going
I
into
might have to
like
shout, man, in
super
it.
detail, fam.
Yeah.
It is. It is. I won't even say it's like demanding or anything like that, but like, yeah, it does. It does wear down. And I can already tell, like, yeah, after like a bit of doing this, it's gonna be like, ah, shit, man, my
It'll
fucking
be
body.
jarring, like,
Yeah,
right.
all this up, down, there, back, like, oh, damn.
Right.
But it's cool though. It is easy. It's not like it's even hard, fam. It's easy, fam.
It's like monotonous in a sense. Like it's like the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But it's cool though. Shout out to Maggiano for bringing money. And I tell him every time, fam. Shout out to you, fam. You brought me. Shout out to you, brought man, fam.
Nah,
But
shout out
yeah,
to
what
my.
about you, my boo? What about
You
you?
know what? You know what, man? I'm all right in it. Like I spoke about on the last podcast how my grandpa's passed away in it, and I was able, like through that, essentially. Yo,
I don't know what happened.
nah, you
My
back, you
phone.
back, you back. Now I was saying, obviously, on the last couple of podcasts, like I'd spoke about how my grandpa's passed away in it, and it's reconnecting again.
Yo, yo, am I back?
Yo, the peoples is not feeling it, innit? Like the peoples, they're
Am
not
I back
feeling it.
or?
I can hear you, fam. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yes, I'm back.
There's
Yeah.
like a beeping in the background of your shit, though.
Beeping.
Yeah, like a tweet. really? Like they're just like a tone in the background of your shit, fam.
Huh. And there I was thinking it was my ears. God damn.
What is
I
that,
don't know
fam?
what's happening. I have no idea. Oh, let me close the windows real quick.
Oh, the people's just not feeling it, fam. We didn't even
Yeah,
say
nah.
nothing yet. We didn't even say anything yet,
Man, we
fam.
ain't even goddamn. We ain't, man, shit. We didn't even, man.
Alright, one sec. I'm gonna drop you into the listeners and
Nah,
request to come back into the thing in it. See if that makes a
nah,
difference. I don't know what is going on with this signal. We ain't even got into no shit yet, man. We ain't even got into no shit, you know what I mean? Why they hating like that? Why they hating like that? Waiting for Will to. There we go. I think that's the request. Alright, let's try and get this going again.
man. I think they can sense that something powerful is about to be said, fam.
Nah, legit.
They're like,
Legit.
we better just hear me. You better just like
There's nothing
cut this
like
out their
you
legs and
can't hear
shit.
like a beeping sound in like where you are or anything.
Not like in my space, like I'm like when I'm listening. Nah, I can't hear
Is
like
your
a beat.
microphone like near a speaker or near another mic or anything like that?
I mean, I've got my headphones on and my phone. Maybe that might be what it is. How's that?
Try disconnect it. Try disconnect it, and I'll tell you if it makes any difference in it.
Uh, any
Yeah,
difference?
that stopped it, bro. That whatever you just
Oh,
turned up,
what?
that stopped it, fam.
Damn. Alright, cool. Alright, cool. That's cool.
See,
So,
this is why you always need to keep. This is why you always need to keep some plug-in headphones in your yard, fam. Just in case you have to go back to analog shit. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Always keep some plug-in
I
headphones, fam.
miss, I miss mine's fam. These like my little like the pair that I had before I replaced the pair that
Right,
I have with now. And I've
right.
just recently discovered that they work again. So I was like, cool, I'll take those instead. Because I couldn't find
Right.
like the proper ones in it. And they're pretty
Mm.
good. They're like, they decent. You know what I'm saying? They're like nice, man. Sound shit wise. But it's just, I thought they were broken. So I
You
had,
know what it is, man? With a lot of these wireless headphones,
mm,
like, and I don't have like the Apple ones on it and like that.
mm,
Yeah, I'm not sure about buying them just yet. But what I found is like they either be really sick at like the music side where you get the
mm.
full tone and sonics of the music, or they'll be sick in terms of like speaking on the phone and shit. But
Yeah.
it's very rare you get like the Bluetooth or the wireless headphones that do both. Because
Oh,
sometimes I try and call you and you'd be like, fam, can you hear me? And I'm like, bro, like I'm talking in it. And sometimes I can barely hear you and it's just like, fuck's sake, these dickhead headphones, man.
now my ones that I've got now, yeah, I can fully vouch for them and say, nah, they legit, fam. Any
Right,
situation, fam. Music,
right,
the phone, shit. What else you need headphones for? Mixing, fam. Like that's
right. Which
when.
ones you? Aye, text me which ones you've got, fam. Don't say it on the pod. Don't give them no free work. Text me which ones you've got in it, like, because I need to get some like proper shits, man. I need to get some proper shits, man.
I mean, if you want to get some proper shits here, I can tell you what to proper get. It's just I got these as a gift in it. Like my mum's got them for me for like.
Oh, scheme. You know what it is though, bro? With the headphone thing, yeah. I don't like the in-ear headphones.
No,
Like, you
no,
know,
no,
like
no.
the
Don't need
original
that.
Apple AirPod or
Yeah,
EarPod head, like that shape. I only like
nah,
headphones like that. Either
yeah,
that
nah. These
or like
these
the
things are like
over-the-ear ones, you know what I
the
mean?
over ear proper things. Like, I'll say this on the pod because I don't have them, and I think like they are pretty much like near enough industry standard and fucking. You know what I'm saying? Everybody
Mm,
should have them or aspire to have them. But
mm.
what is it? I think it's Sennheiser D. The Sennheiser, the Bayer Dynamic. Sorry, my goodness. Sorry, guys. For all those that are listening, for all those producers and all them guys, don't worry. I do know what I'm talking about. It's just I got lost a bit. The Bayer Dynamic TT DT from like 700.
Right.
Yeah, Like,
Right,
yeah,
right, right.
you get you some shits like that, fam. Like, yeah, fam. Like, cause, fam, I can, yeah. It's like they're especially balanced in a way that like you get the truest representation of each like frequency band in the spectrum.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you're gonna like put some money down and get some like studio headphones, unless you want some like walk around like some all around headphones that I can use them all day every day with like my other shit, and then I can take them to the studio. But then it's not the same. Do you know what I mean? It's not perfectly tuned so that you get the best. It's always gonna have like a bit of a boost somewhere to make it.
Yeah, it's not a true representation. Like,
Yeah. So like, yeah, it just depends. Like, what you trying to get, dog?
and just
You
say
want
the
some
name
hot
of those
balance?
headphones again for the sake of the people listening and that.
Wait. I mean, right now there's like the DT 900s, but like 700. Yeah, the 770 Pros. They cool.
Right.
They're like nice little entry level, like the same kind of deal.
Okay.
Closed.
Okay.
That's closed back ones, right? And then
Yeah.
open back ones, the 990s.
Right. And that's more for like a not entry
Well,
level, but like intermediate to pro type of thing.
yeah, I would say, yeah.
Fair enough. Well, there you go. A little tech out, you know what I mean? Little nerdy
But
tech
then
out
again,
shit.
you know what I mean? I'm just a guy that's like only seen a certain amount of shit. You know what I mean? So like my knowledge on this search stretches so far. You know what I'm
We got
saying?
a couple
So
of voice notes.
if anyone is out there that can like correct me and be like, nah, you could do better because like these better, like please by all means. Do you know what I mean?
We got a couple of voice notes in there, so let me just play these
Yeah, let's
records.
go. He laughed.
He just laughed. That's hilarious, isn't it?
Fucking hell, mate. Fucking get a fucking grip.
Bruh.
There you go. Fucking hell, mate. Fucking get a fucking grip. Well, shout out to you, Calvin. Big up to you for
Where do
listening
I
to the
get?
OnlyMans podcast. Make sure, you
Yes.
know what I mean, if you want to help us get a
Where do
grip
I
and
get a
shit,
grip from?
pause. You know what I mean? Like, just follow the man, then follow
Can
the
I get
YouTube page and that. Do you know what I mean?
Can I get a grip from the internet, fam? Because if I
But
can, yeah, I'll get one delivered next day.
But
Fam.
so you will. What you have to remember, yeah, is that all the man that say that are man that are on the internet. Do you get what I mean? Like it's all internet shit. Do you get what I mean? So it's all a joke in it. You can't ever take it too serious. You get me? You can't take it too serious. But yo, I've got a question for you that you might need to meditate on and think about for a second, yeah. But I want to ask you with it. Thinking about it, honestly and truthfully, where do you hope to be in the next 10 years, and where do you see yourself in the next 10 years? 2032.
So 2032, yeah. So in 2032, okay, no.
You want to take a second to think about it?
No, you know what? I know exactly. Listen, let me describe to you my morning routine. This is just an everyday, average day in 2032, yeah. I wake up in the morning with my fucking huge ass bed, fam. Like my shit is huge, fam. This shit, like I gotta roll over like a 4 or 5 times before I get to the edge type of like it's huge, right? I get to the edge. I put on my nice little, you know what I'm saying, RG Well slippers because they're gonna be, you know what I'm saying, we gonna have some time to West,
Yeah.
I'm put on my little RG Well silk robe, me? Boom! And I'm head downstairs, fam. as I'm walking downstairs. It's just marble floors everywhere, fam. There's not an inch of carpet in sight in that whole house. It's just marble floor everywhere, fam. Everywhere, fam. Right? So I'm coming out the master suite, you know what I'm saying? I open one of the huge ass double doors, you know what I'm saying? My goddamn. Praises, fam. You know what I'm saying? Walking down my stairs and shit. Walking down my heated marble floor stairs. Boom, boom, boom. I get to my kitchen. My beautiful kitchen with the fucking huge ass fucking black granite marble fucking island thing there with all my shit on it. You know what I'm saying? I got my little fancy ass coffee rig
Shit.
thing. You know what I'm saying? The little things, techie shit. You know what I'm saying? Boom. Start doing that, you know what I'm saying? Turn the TV on or something, or like, I don't know, something, just to have something in the background, having my little breakfast, you know what I'm saying? Some eggs, some avocado, you know what I'm saying? Nice, and like a little toast, you know what I'm saying? Get the machine greased and get it going, fam. Oh, here comes my wife to join me. Goddamn. Hello, wife. God
Yeah.
yeah. Look at you in your RG robe. Just look good. They're like, oh, you already made breakfast? I'm like, yeah. I was about to bring it to you, but oh, shit. You here now? Boom. It's right here. Boom. So now we sitting here and strategizing. So what you gonna do today? Ooh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. What you gonna do today? I'm gonna do this, do that. She might got her own businesses or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do this. I bet. Hey, we should do this at this time so that, you know what I'm saying, we can make sure that, blah, 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 blah. I bet, yeah, let's do that. Boom. I saw this idea, or I saw this opportunity. Maybe like you could follow her, or like, oh yeah, I saw this idea. Maybe you could, like, you know what I'm saying, swapping ideas and shit, building. You know what I'm saying? Empire shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Oh, I forgot a very important detail. All right, honey, I'm about to run off to the office. I'll see you later, right? We're gonna do the lunch thing or whatever you was talking about the other day. Yeah, right? That's today. Okay, cool. I'll see you later. Boom. I step out of my front door, but my front door ain't no regular front door, dog. My shit is like double high, goddamn triple wide, fam. It's
Right.
like a fucking barn door, fam. It's
Right.
huge, fam.
Right.
Huge.
Right.
I press the button, shit open, boom. I walk out, boom, press the button, the shit closed behind me. Oh, shit. Look at my G-Wagon. Parked right in front of that fucking fancy fountain statue water featured thing that the wife picked out because the shit looked pretty in the middle of the driveway, and it's like a roundabout so that people go in from this gate and then they go out from that gate.
Right.
But it's a long ass drive from that little fountain thingy to the gate, though.
Okay. How
Like a
long would you
good,
say?
maybe like a good 2 minutes drive.
Right. An actual drive. Like,
It's
yeah,
a long
that's a
drive.
fair.
Yeah, to get to the front gate, and then you go. Then I go to the office. You know what I'm saying? Hit the deals. Call the man, then be like, oh, what you been saying? Oh, we should link up and we'll do, yeah, bring the wives, yeah, it'll be cool. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, bring the kids too, because like there's a thing for the kids, blah, 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 all that shit. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Yeah, some shit, dog. Yeah. You can tell I thought about this shit, innit?
Nah, legit. That's why I like asking that question, fam. That's why I like asking that shit. All right, ask that question back to me now.
Where would you like to see yourself in 10 years' time?
In 10 years' time, all right, so we're talking 2032. I would like to see myself established in the fields that I plan to establish in and continue to do so. I see myself not in the UK. I see myself moving around a lot. But the moving around is normal. at that level. It's a normal thing. I see myself hypothetically being, I don't know, in Belgium and calling Secret Life, who's in Sierra Leone, and saying, all right, yo, listen, you remember that thing we talked about like a couple weeks ago? Yeah, we're going to make that link happen in it. So come link me in Lisbon and that, so we can make that thing happen. Bring the wifey, you know what I mean? Bring the kids and that. Like, we obviously all that's paid for already, you know what I mean?
Wait,
So,
who private jet we going in, dog? Who jet we going in? Don't you
whichever,
mind?
bro.
Yeah.
Whichever, fam. Like, whichever's
Oh,
closest to
man.
the thing. Like, it don't even matter at that level, innit? I see myself in a state of constant working, but the work is good work, even if it's difficult or long or hard or tedious or whatever. It's good work because it's the work that we want to do. So I see myself linking up with you in Lisbon, and you and I looking out at just like the coastline of the city and being like, bro, look how beautiful this shit is, fam. But we're not even on holiday, fam. Like, we here to work, bro. You know what I mean? Like, we here to work, fam. Like, the women and the children can enjoy like the view and shit. You know what I mean? But it's mad that we here, and this is so beautiful, but we here because we need to do some works and shit. I see myself in a constant state of going. I feel like 10 years from now, obviously, man, I'm going to be looking at the 40s and shit. And I feel like 40, 50 is going to be like the limit to which I can physically exceed myself. And I feel like the 40s, man, will really be physically exceeding myself in the terms of, again, traveling, working, doing shows, doing this, doing that. Like, I feel like there's going to be a lot of moving around. I feel like we will get to a position through multiple streams of income where we good, the family's good, mums is good, dads is good, sisters is good, all that, the people's is good, all that. But we looking at the next level. So even though shit's good, we looking like we need to get to a next place if you really want to make a change. I see community initiatives. I see a lot of community shit, a lot of the places we came up, going back to those places and giving back and giving opportunities and creating opportunities, and, you know, a lot of that shit. I see a lot of different stuff. I see myself reflecting in a different place, thinking, wow, thank the highest of energies that man have lived the opportunity to see all these different places and we're still working. That's what I see for myself in the next 10 years. I see work, like a lot of work. A lot of work that would have been easier in my 20s, but we couldn't get there till the 40s. So we hit there, you know what I mean?
We're there and we
And
do it now.
I feel like we're gonna live a lot of amazing moments, but at the same time, a lot of those moments will pass us by because we working towards the next generational sort of shit. You know what I mean? And I feel like there'll be like fleeting moments. Again, just whether man are like doing a show and we like finishing up or whatever it might be, and there's just be like little moments where I'll just like grab them, like, yo, Will, fam, look at this shit that we look at the shit that we doing, bro. Like, it'll be little moments like that where we can just like grab your attention for 2 minutes. Like, bro, like, look at all this shit that's going on, fam. I can only chat to you for 2 minutes, fam. Look at all this, fam. We said all this was gonna happen and it happened, bro. Like, that's what I see. That's what I see. In the next 10 years, I feel like there will be a lot of difficult roads and a lot of difficult decisions that will need to be made. But I feel like there is a bond, particularly in regards to you and myself, that I feel, because it's had as much time as it's had to grow and develop and marinate, when difficult situations come up, we will have enough of an understanding to be able to navigate that shit. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's going to be just very active, very, very active. That's what I see in the next 10 years. Like, go mode is what I see. Like, get it while your body still has the energy to get it kind of mode. Like, and the access and the relationships and the network and all that shit. I see all of that being in place a lot more. And man being like, all right, bro, like a football player in it. Like, I have a expiry date in some regard to some of the shit I can do in this shit. So let me do the things that I need to do while I have the ability to do those things. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I see a lot of activity, a lot of activeness. I see a lot of activeness in the next 10 years. That's what I see.
Trust me, fam. I also can see that. Hence why I was like, yeah, link up and thingy, so we can do the thing that we was talking about the other day. See,
Yeah, trust me.
it overlapped, fam.
I can see Secret Life fucking shouting me one night, be like, yo, what are you saying? It's like regular call, like we doing it. I'm like, nah, I'm calling you, know, fam. Like, bro, I'm in Paris right now, you know, G. And you be like, bro, I'm in Prague, yeah, I'm in Prague, and I hollered my guy to, like, you know what I mean, to open the show for me, fam, but he's dropped out, bro. Can you get to Prague in like 72 hours? And I'll be like, Will, fuck's sake, bro. What do you mean, fam?
Nah, it
Fam,
won't
I
even
had
be
a week to
72.
just
It
chill
will
out,
be
bro.
like,
I had a
yo, can
week.
you
I was
get
just
there
gonna chill out with
tonight,
my
fam?
missus and that. You know what I mean? I was gonna chill out with my
Nah,
missus and just
see,
vibe, bro. But you know what?
it won't even be 72 hours, fam. It will be like, yo, can you get here like tomorrow morning, fam? So we can, like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying, sort everything
legit.
out and go through
But like my guy
it.
will ask me in some like roundabout way. So he won't just say that. He'll be like, "Oh, rah, like how far
Mm.
is like Paris from Prague, bro? Like how far is that? Do you know?" And me
How
like
long
a
do you think
dickhead,
it
I'd be like,
takes to
"Yo,
get
let me
to
Google it, fam. I'm gonna Google it right now, bro." You know what I mean? I'd be like, "Blood on
I'm
Google,
like,
yeah. It
oh,
says it's only like 2 hours, you know, 2.5
yeah,
hours."
damn. Oh, you could do that,
And
innit?
I'd be like, "Wait, what do you mean do that, fam?" And Will be like,
Yeah,
"Nah,
so
you know
like
what
there's
it
a show
is,
tonight,
fam.
yeah.
Mad thing,
And
yeah."
like so yeah, like so but yeah, there's a show tonight, isn't it? What the
I
fuck?
feel like, bro,
Why you ain't tell me this
what,
like the other week? Oh, you see, yeah, I meant to have told you about that shit. But then when yeah, you know how I be, fam. I meant to have told you about that shit. I ain't told you about that shit? For real? I thought I had told you about that shit. Damn. Yeah, but yeah, the show's tomorrow though. It's a bag though. I mean, hey man, shit, it's a bag though. It's tomorrow.
And I'll be there on some like, oh, bro, I don't know, you know, fam. I see what I can do, yeah, but fuck's sake, fam. And then I won't bellman for like 7 hours in it. And I bellman in 7 hours time, like, yo, I'm in Prague right now, bro. Where you at, fam? Like, I'm man hearing it. Like, where's this shit, bro? You know what I mean? Like, but then Will won't answer his phone. I'll just man will be
Yeah,
walking around Prague.
you might have to bell the assistant or something and be like, "Yo, fam, put this nigga on the phone, bro. What the fuck? Put this nigga on the phone right now,
Fam,
please."
if I ever got to bell your assistant, I'm vexed at you, fam. If I
I
ever got to get
know.
through to
That's what I
Victoria,
mean.
fam, you know what I mean?
That's
I'm like,
why I'm
yo,
saying put this
Vicky,
nigga on the
if you
phone,
don't
please,
tell
right now,
Vicky, a white woman as well, but like, yo, Vicky, if you don't tell this nigga answer the fucking phone, fam. Like, Vicky, you know that I should never have to speak to you in it, and you lovely in that, but you know that I should never have to speak to you in it. Tell this motherfucker answer the phone,
fam.
fam.
Man, man.
Trust me.
Nah, fuck.
You
Answer
know,
the phone. Yeah, put this nigga on the phone right now, fam. Boy, he's in the
nah,
toilet now.
because
Give
man will
the
call you
phone
from
while
the
he's in the
business line,
toilet,
and
fam.
then man will call you from the personal line, innit? You get me? Like, man will call you from the personal line. So I'll call Vicky on the business line because you're not answering the personal line, bro. I'm like, tell this motherfucker answer your phone, fam. Fuck that. I don't care if he's sleeping. Tell him answer his shit right now, fam. And if he's mad at
Be
you,
like,
just tell him it was me in it. You know
I'll
what I
be like,
mean?
oh, I don't know what I ate, fam, last night, fam. I don't even know this frog food, man. This shit ain't same with, man, fam. Nah, this shit ain't right, fam. Well, what about the show, bro? Like, nah, the show's still going to happen, fam, but nah, this food, fam, got man
Fuck me up,
fucked up,
bro.
fam.
And I'll be like, my nigga, like, do you need to go to like the pharmacy or something? But like, no, it's
Nah,
cool, fam, it's cool,
we
fam. Aye,
straight.
let me just smoke, yeah. Let me just get some drink and I'll be cool. And I'll be
Real
like,
shit, I'll be
bro, you
straight, man.
can't
Trust
smoke and
me.
drink if you feel like this. And you'd be like, it's
Nah, I'll be
cool, fam.
straight, fam.
It's
This the
cool, fam.
medicine. That's the medicine, fam.
But you know what happened, yeah? Man to
Mm.
go out that night on the show in it, and Willie hit the stage and be like, yo, you lot, listen, man. I don't know what the fuck's happened, man, but the food up in Prague has mashed me up, you know. I'm gonna need like 20 minutes and shit. I'm gonna need like 30 minutes and that, you know what I mean? Like, yo, but the people will be going crazy though in it. They'll be going mad in it. They'll just be like, oh shit, Will had food in Prague. Oh shit, he fucked up his belly. Oh shit, Will, da. Like, listen, I've got one of my G's, yeah, to come and bless up the thing in it. So, you know what I mean? Y'all make sure you make some noise for my guy in that. And then Will just go backstage, bro. And I'll be looking at someone who's like, yo, is that my cue, fam? Was that my cue, bro?
Yeah, that's
Because
it, man.
you just be like, I need the toilet mode. I need the toilet. And Drizz is my guy, and I'll speak to him afterwards, innit? I just need to go to the
Nah.
toilet right
And
now, bro.
also in my head, yeah, if I announce it like that, yeah, I want it to be a mad surprise, fam. Because those people are not gonna know that it's you, and I should be like,
Trust
yeah,
me.
yeah, we got a special guest, one of my G's, the realest. Y'all gonna see. Give it up for my G, and then I'll run off the stage. Fam.
Trust me. Trust me. And
Yeah.
then a little pause and shit, and then man just running the
So,
shit like, yo, bro, what the fuck's going on? Yeah, I just
yeah,
light that shit up in it. Just light that shit up, bro. Trust me.
man,
Trust me.
just
But yeah,
fucking.
to answer the question that I asked you to ask me, that's where I see the
Nah,
shit in the next 10
you know
years.
what? You know what song you'd have to jump in with there? Oh, can I say that? No, I can't say that. Never mind. I know the song that you should. Room,
What does it begin with,
room.
fam?
I'll just say that room. That's the one, fam. Because when they hear that, they'll be like, stress.
Oh, shit,
And then
man.
the whole shit
Yeah,
fucked up, crazy, fam. Fucked up in a good way.
crazy.
Like, fucked up, like yeah, crazy, fam. Yeah.
Crazy. And then you come out after you use the toilet and had your waters and had everything you need to have shit. And then you come out and just shell the fuck out of the show in it. Like, you know what I mean? We'll bring people on stage and have people in the audience talking and
Fam,
that. Like, we'll
fam,
experience, you know what I mean?
fam. Because I'm about that, fam.
Trust me,
I know
man.
it's not
Trust me.
safe. That's what they say. It's not safe. That's cool. Travis and them be jumping on shit and climbing up shit and jumping down to the people and shit. Yeah, that shit ain't safe neither, fam. Yeah,
Nah,
nah.
legit.
We'll do it one at a time, and it'll be cool, fam. It'll be like we'll have one person up every song, fam. We'll get them up, and then
Yeah,
we'll
man, have them
send
come
them
and do the
away, fam.
shit.
Yeah,
Because each person will have their song that they fuck with. So it's like,
yeah,
yo, who wanna come up for this track? They'll be like, yo, that's
yeah,
my shit from like, you know what I mean?
fam. And even if it's not really the one that they like, yeah, that's my shit. Yeah, if you get plucked randomly into the crowd to do like, holy smokes, fam.
The
Man, you
classics.
gonna
Like,
be
yo,
like, that's my
this is
favorite
for the
song of all
originals, innit? This
time.
is for the people from the beginning, you know what I mean? This is
Yeah,
from the people that fucked it from day one, fam.
yeah.
We had, oh shit, holy
No, but
smoke, you
then
know
I'm
what I mean?
saying like in a setting like that, yeah. Okay, imagine you, Drizzy, yeah, you get pulled up to like be on stage with like J. Cole saying, yeah, but then he doing like a whole new thing, and he just wanted you to just like be there and vibes and shit and just like enjoy the shit and like whatever, I don't know, something. Like from then, even if you never heard that song before, that's your favorite song now, fam. Ever of all
Yeah,
time.
because the experience in it, the experience, yeah.
It's like,
No,
yeah,
for
yeah, fam.
because that was the
Hey,
song that
hey,
came on. J. Cole brought man out and that whole thing,
you know what
like,
I
yeah,
mean? Hey, artists, don't be stealing no IP, fam. Don't be
yeah.
stealing no IP. We gonna know, fam. This shit is stamped and dated, fam. Time,
Something
man.
dated, fam.
21:04, fam. It's 4 minutes
You know what I
past
mean?
when we coming up with this idea, fam.
You know what it is. And I'm
Yeah,
just going to throw this out there. And for those that know, they know. If you don't, you'll get to know. Vibe Life 4 gonna come real soon as well. Like, you know what I mean? Let's just
yeah,
throw
we
that
need
into
to,
the atmosphere.
we need to make that happen for sure. We need to make that happen for sure.
You know what I mean? I definitely need to talk to you off the airwaves about that.
Yeah.
But that
I
that
got
needs to
a
happen.
little idea though. I got a little idea.
I swear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And
know that. Yeah, fam.
thank the Most High Energy, you know what I mean? YM is in a position where we can officially, you know what I mean, get on board as a sponsor, get on board as a part of the shit, like really help, not just
Yeah.
fund the shit, but you know what I mean? Like, we. Vibe Life 4 coming soon. That's all you need to know,
Coming
innit?
soon.
Like, that's all
Coming
you need
soon.
to know.
Coming soon. Yeah. That's all y'all get on air for now.
That's all you'll get on air, fam. That's all you'll get, man. Oh shit, man. Oh shit, man.
Nah.
But fucking nah, you know what I've been really like meditating on sort of recently. The idea of self belief and belief in self and
Yeah.
like supreme confidence, as they say. And just the concept, and you've sort of spoken about this on a podcast before, but just the concept that if you want anything in life, if you're willing to dedicate your life and soul and everything that you are to it, you will absolutely achieve it, and there's no other outcome that could ever happen. Like, if you're willing to dedicate your real life, like, you'll die about that shit in real life. Like, you will dedicate every second of every day to something, that there's no way that you can't achieve what it is that you're trying to do, even if it's not in the way that you think that you would. It's like
Yeah.
I've really just been like marinating on the idea of like, oh shit, like we really project reality in front of us. Like, we, as they say, manifest shit out. Do you get what I mean? Like, fucking take recording a song, for example. Motherfucker, there's drums and there's a melody and there's a beats per minute that it's kind of tuned to, and there's all these things,
Lots of
and you know, then
elements.
you put words and vocal notes and these sort of things over them, and you create this product, and there are people who connect in tandem, mind and soul, with that thing. There are people who connect with your music in a way that you never even intended for it to be done. I give the example all the time of a track I did called Railway. You know the track, Early Morning Pilgrimage to Jump on a Train. Like, and there's a girl in China, fam. I'm not even sure if she speaks full English or not, bro. But like, when I like, the girl hit me up and was like, "Listen, I've had this track on repeat for like 2 months, fam. I just can't stop listening to this song." It's like, oh
That's
shit,
crazy.
I didn't make the song with the idea that some girl in China is gonna, you know what I mean? But it's just like how music touches people and connects with people. It's like, fucking hell, fam. Like, this shit that
Yeah, because you
we're
probably got to jump on the train to go to work every morning as well, fam.
do you get what I mean? Like, it's a whole different thing in a whole different part of the world, fam. Because my first question on some ignorant nigga shit is like, yo, like, you can understand what I'm saying, fam. Like, you get what I'm saying on the track, fam. Like, you know what I mean? That ain't not Queen's English shit, you know what I mean? That's like just a real nigga talking things, you know what I mean? Like, the fact that you can even comprehend the message that's been given on that, like, it's just, this shit is so powerful. And I heard someone say that the thing about music is that it attaches itself to memories a lot of time. Like, you can hear a song that if you heard it fucking 10 years ago in some peak shit going on in your life, it'll take you right back there. You know what I mean? Like, you'll hear that shit and it'll take you right back to that moment when that song was a fucking thing in whatever you had going on in life. And it's just, there are so many like mediums and shit around us that are so powerful, that are so able to engage us and shit. Do you get what I mean? From music to film, TV. Now you've got podcasting, YouTubers, and the content era, like your TikToks and these sort of things, YouTube short shit like that. It's just, everything is like a battle for your attention. You know what I mean?
For real.
Mm,
And it's like, if if you don't win that battle, i.e., if you don't pay attention to your own self, as opposed to being, I guess, so engrossed in everything else outside that you forget that like what's happening inside makes what's happening outside.
word, word, word.
So that's the battle for attention, fam. If you can Yeah, if you can win a little more every day and pay a little bit more attention to you every day, then hey, fam, hey,
Nah,
keep
for
fighting,
real.
fam. The
And that,
war ain't over
yeah,
yet, fam. But
for
soon,
real. Nah, for real, man.
but soon, though.
It's a war for our mind and a war for our souls. You know what I mean? Like, I think each person should try to be the care, the carekeeper. You know what I mean? The carekeeper of their own. We all have our shit in this life, innit? We all have our
Mm,
own vices, and our own stuff, and our own whatever. I think vices play an important role. Like vices can help us if we use them in a helpful way. But I think in the same way, like if they're used unhealthily or if they're used maybe more than they should be, it can become like a distracting thing. And to what you're saying about drawing closer to self, I feel that I've been definitely making an effort to try to understand the vices that make me go round. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
understanding. Because I remember it was Alan Watts. I heard him like in one of his speeches. He basically was saying like the thing about vices is that's the thing that keeps us connected to the human world. Because without vices, we'd be perfect. And if we were perfect, we wouldn't be able to exist in this reality because this reality isn't perfect and perfection can't exist in it.
Yeah.
The Christ consciousness thing comes into that, you know what I mean? It's like the things that quote unquote maybe not be the best for us allow us to tune into certain different elements and powers and shit. Do you get what I mean? And I've been saying to you recently, like I've been looking at life like a video game. And when I was a kid, I used to play a lot of like, what's that? I don't know if you ever played these sort of games, but like back in the Game Boy Advance era,
Yeah.
there were like a lot of adventure quest type games. So you'd be a character and fucking it's like swords and shields and magic and you fucking gotta go on
All
a
that
quest
shit.
and
Yeah, yeah. These man used to
like,
sometimes play them at the crib.
and I remember there was a game I had called Golden Sun. That was the name of the game, Golden Sun. And I remember the whole thing about it was basically you were this character who always he felt like he was supposed to do more. He felt like he had a bigger purpose, but life just had him in a circumstance where that wasn't the case. And
Yeah.
basically there was some sort of like magic shit that happened in the place where he lived, and basically it was up to him to kind of like track down the shit and find the shit and whatever,
And
whatever,
find it
whatever.
and fix it.
But it's like when you look at a lot of the heroes in this game or the main character, whatever you want to call it, like unless it's just some complete badass guy, a lot of the time it's a nigga who just has this feeling that he's supposed to do more, and then the universe thrusts more upon the reality and
Yeah.
forces homeboy to go into a certain direction to do certain shit, but it was always for homeboy to do. You know what I mean? And that's how like I've been feeling with a lot of things recently, man. Even again, I said my grandpops obviously passed away, and because of
Yeah.
that, the kind of day to day job that I do, there was a bit of time I was able to get away from that and shit. And even in just the time away from that day to day job that is there to pay bills and get income and stuff like that, I remember just feeling like, right, this is how man is supposed to live. Like, I'm not supposed to live according to somebody else's schedule or time and go on a break when someone tells me to go. You know what I mean? It's like, this is how man is supposed to live. But what I guess I can at least acknowledge about myself is there is some level of, I guess, fear in terms of just saying, you know what, fuck everything. I'm going to just trust the universe. Because in my mind, logically, I know that's how it's supposed to be. Like, I get that's what you're supposed to do. But in the reality of life, when we have things that we feel are responsibilities and shit, and you look around and you see like, rah, if I do this, this doesn't just affect me, it affects people around me that I care about. I feel like there's an element of that where I've spoken about this before on pods, but it's like that level of compassion where it's like, rah, I can't do something that's gonna fuck somebody else over. But at the same time, there's like a message from the universe coming that's like, my brother, like, do you want this shit or not? You know what I mean? And it's like, that's the kind of juxtaposition I find myself between sometimes. Like, I feel like sometimes I get a real good hang of it. And then other times it's like, blood, come on, bro. You know what I mean? It's just, it's mad, fam.
Yeah, I feel that, man. I feel that. It's like, but then, man, you know, the thing of it is like, there's a quote that I heard, right? And this is gonna sound like crazy, fam. And I don't mean it in no like mad way, fam. But when my eyes close, yours don't, fam. And when your eyes close, mine don't, fam. Like, yeah, for sure, you know, we should, damn, I don't know, fam. That should sound crazy, fam.
Nah, say it, man. Say it, man. It's a safe space, bro.
For sure, we should, like, be aware and empathetic to the people around us, or, do you know what I mean? We should, always try and make sure that, like, our actions don't, like, do damage to other people, you know what I'm saying? Because that's fucked up.
Right.
And I guess, man, at the same time, sometimes you gotta also look after you, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like,
Yeah.
make sure that, like, because you can't help somebody. Let's say, like, you can't, like, I don't know, help somebody out with something. Let's say, I don't know, let's take it to, like, a money standpoint. And be like,
Right,
bro,
right.
I got this like crazy opportunity here. Can I like borrow 5 bags? I'll give you 10 back when I get the shit. But then if you can't give me 5 bags, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like
Or
you
if
gotta be
you're
able
not
to,
like
or maybe
confident in
that's a
giving
bit
you back.
extreme. No, not like because it's me that's suggesting this thing to you. Do you know what I mean? It's me that's being like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
yeah, I'm certain of this, fam. And obviously,
Right,
because
right.
we would have maybe done this lots of some other times with like maybe smaller amounts or whatever, right? But then I'd be like, oh yeah, there's a big one. Do you know what I mean? And like, you don't got it there.
Yeah.
It's like you can't.
Yeah.
Then you can't then help me, fam. You know what I'm saying? In turn, you can't help you, fam. If you're not helping you first. You
Nah,
know what
for
I mean?
real.
And
For
like
real.
a lot of the times, that's what happens. Do you know what I mean? We like put other people like way, way, way ahead of our own, like whatever's happening in our own heads and minds and shit. You know what I'm saying? Whatever's happening in our like internal world and shit. And it's like, if you don't mind that shit get poisonous, fam. You know what I'm saying? That
Yeah,
shit
for
get
real.
toxic and shit. That shit get ugly and gross and shit. But then it's not because the other people, it's because you're not minding you, fam. Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean? And other things are manifesting, but then because the way that the internals is happening for you while you're not minding it, do you know what I mean? Then you start to perceive it as something gross and ugly and fucked up and shit. But then it's like, damn,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know what I mean? So we gotta just sort of try and just mind the inner shit. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
That's the thing, innit? Like, that's the
We,
thing. You
we
know,
learn.
again, nobody's perfect. Nobody has all of the answers, but we each have a perspective that has value. You know, and to what you're sort of saying, it's like to keep it just blunt and shit, what I find myself between sometimes is like, fuck everybody, do what you need to do. And if you don't help your people, then what's the point of anything type of thing. It's like that weird messiah complex type of shit where it's like Jay-Z said in one of his bars, like, yo, how can I help the poor if I'm one of them? And it's like, yeah, man, feel that. But at the same time, it's like, rah, if I ascend just, I guess, past my people and ascend to a level where they can't comprehend the information I'm trying to give, then what's the point of any of it? You know what I mean? But there's still a point, you know what I mean? There's still a value to do it. But it's like,
because it's for you.
yeah.
Like, bro, listen, you gotta understand. Even the need to like provide for other people, right? That's for you, fam.
Yeah.
Because those are the people like would otherwise find some other way, fam. Undoubtedly, fam. Those are the
They'd have
people
to.
who would find some other way to do whatever. But it's just
Yeah.
you feel like you have to do this thing so that like everyone can have something. Do you know what I mean? So it's for you ultimately. So that even to your point of being like, if I ascend past a certain point where the people won't understand, it's like, all right, those people might not understand, but because you've ascended that high, you can easily come back down and condense it into little bite-sized chunks for them and be like, hey guys, you should mind what's happening on inside of your brains, fam. You know what I mean?
I
Instead of
remember.
trying to bring the whole download from way there in trying to push it into man's ear, just like a little piece of that, man. You should mind what's going on inside your brain, fam.
Yeah. Yeah. Nah, you're right. You're right. I remember a story my old man was telling me about, because he's originally born in St. Kitts, in it. But he's
Yeah.
like, he's come over to England, he's lived over there, like he's lived a few different places. I remember he was telling me one time he was in the islands and, there was a job at a factory and shit. And, typically they would pay, let's say, $6 an hour. Like if you start in there, you're on a job, that's what it is, type of thing.
Yeah.
And he was saying, obviously, he's lived in England. Like he sees how much people are willing to pay for this kind of work and shit. So he's like the young nigga there at the time. He's telling me the story and stuff. He's like, I'm obviously the young nigga there and that, and I'm saying to the people that I'm working with, like, yo, listen, I've lived in England for a little bit. Listen, the amount of money they pay for the shit that y'all do, like, they paying us peanuts, fam, and like we need to sort this out because we need to get paid properly for the shit that we do because people is paying for this. You know what I mean? And he basically explained in a condensed version, like he went to like the owner of the factory, which was a woman, and he kind of just pled his case. It was just like, yo, listen, the work we do, what we get paid, whatever. And he said, what he said to me was like, the woman was like, yeah, like you're right. Like you're right. So you know what? I'm gonna pay you fucking $24 an hour. Like you're right. Everything you said, like I hear that, cool. And now he's gone back to the people and shit, and he's like, yo, listen, go talk to her, innit? Because like if you go and talk to her and tell her and explain and plead your case, fam, she has to hear it because it's fact because of what we do. And he was saying how a lot of like most of the people there were looking at him like, oh, look at this nigga, fam, who fucking he go to England and now he think he better than us, fam. He think he's smarter than everybody and he think he fucking, you know what I mean? He live in England a little bit and now he think he fucking King George and shit. Like this nigga here, fam. You know what I mean? And he's trying to tell them like, nah, like, yo, go and talk to her, fam, because I just got a raise, fam. Go and they're all like, nah, fuck this guy in it. Like, who is this guy that thinks he's better than us? And it's like,
Go
nah,
ahead.
go.
I was gonna say, but I bet there was one or two that were like, "Yo, how you do that shit? What did you say to her?" She said, "You just went in there and was like, I want more money." And he's like, nah. And he explained the shit. I'm like, oh, cool. I'll try that shit. I bet you, fam. At least one. Right?
I mean, potentially. I wasn't there in it, so I can't speak on it. But from what he said that the majority of people were just some like, nah, fuck this guy shit. He said something so poignant to me that made me think. He was like, after living there and going through that experience, yeah, I was like, I can't live here anymore. I need to go live in England. Because in England, yeah, I'm at least a black nigger. And I know how white people feel about me. Like, I can go around and I know that people hate man because man I'm black, and I can cope with that. But what hurts my heart more than anything is being in the islands with people who look like me, who have this defeated mentality. Because I'm trying to speak life to them and trying to speak opportunity to them, and their mentality is defeated. And seeing people who look like me is more painful, fam. I'd rather go and do what I can do in the white man's world, because at least over there I know what the deal is. You know what I mean? I know at any point they can try and turn it up on man because man are black and shit, man are a nigger and that. Like, I know the enemy I'm fighting. But if the enemy looks like you, it's a lot more difficult. I remember you said that shit to me. I was like, rah, like, I hear that. I hear that, because imagine, Will, and it's not hard to imagine because we're going to get there. We speak that into reality, but it's like we finally cut through the way that we've been speaking about. We cut through, fam. And we say, you know what, bro? Rather than just go and just get more and more and more bread, let's go and try and talk to our people, fam. Let's go and try and tell them, like, y'all can do this shit, fam.
For
And
real.
we do that. And niggas be like, look at these corny ass, fucking clown ass old niggas, fam. Look at these niggas, fam. The fuck they're trying to tell us, fam. We ain't on that shit, bro. We don't give a fuck what these niggas saying, fam. And you like, rah, y'all niggas is villainizing us, fam. And we trying to, like, I can see how that hurts more. I can see how that hurts more. Do you get what I mean? Because it's like, rah.
You know the way I look at it in that like particular scenario, man. I'm bringing you the juice, fam. And you want to continue being thirsty? Here, I'm serving the juice next to you, fam. Here, it's right there. Oh, you just want to be thirsty? All right, I'm just leave that juice with you right there, fam. Whenever you want it, you gon' take a sip, fam. But while you're being thirsty, I'm gonna go over there with the not thirsty, fam. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go back to my little oasis over there where they ain't no thirsty, fam. And if you want to, you know what I'm saying, if you want to come to the oasis, go ahead, come to the oasis, fam. But you can't be thirsty at the oasis.
But people's gonna plot on your Oasis though, fam. They're gonna
Man,
plot on that shit because fuck that nigga.
how they go? Oh,
No
yeah,
other reason than that,
I
bro.
guess
Like,
they could
no
just
other
take it
reason
down.
than,
You know what I'm
like,
saying?
fuck that nigga. Like, fuck what he's saying.
Yeah.
Like, nah. Like, fuck that nigga. He trying to say all this shit, fam. Like, what the fuck you talking about? Like, no other logic or reason than that, bro. And, like, that's the
Yeah.
thing that's, like, fake, man. Like,
I was gonna be like, hey, nigga, going, because I was gonna be like, how they going like attack my mind? Fam. I was like, shit, never mind. They could just take my now and don't worry about it.
but see, you know what the mad thing is about that, yeah? The mad thing is, if they take you out, then your message is amplified across planet Earth, across the universe. Like,
Yeah.
your name is written and carved into the planet. Like, look at the Nipsey shit. You know what I mean? If Nipsey wasn't martyred the way that he was, bro, like, his legend, his word, like, his energy wouldn't be carried the way it's being carried right now. Because when Nipsey was about, people weren't jacking him like this, fam. They weren't jacking the shit like this. It's like, it almost, I said it like for a few weeks in a row, fam. The Bible is an allegory, fam. The Christ story is this, fam.
Dog.
Bro, come on, fam. LS2, fam. You know what it is. The thing's an allegory, yeah. The Christ story is this. You come up, you gain an awareness of self and the world around you and the energies that govern above you. You come and try and give that information to the people to help them. And somehow, them motherfuckers end up killing you, fam. But when they kill you, they cement your name forever. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you live forever if they take you from this planet
So
before you
what's
were
more
supposed to.
important, you or the message?
And that's what people
But
have to
you
like
gonna
really
be here.
consider. Fam.
You gonna be right back, fam. You think you're gonna be
And
away, but you're gonna be right back here, fam. Doing something
that's it.
else on another
That's it.
assignment, fam.
That's it.
So what's more important? You or the message? Remembering that you don't go anywhere, fam. You are all of this, fam. You know what I mean? You the consciousness, fam. And the consciousness,
Knowledge.
nigga, the day the consciousness turns off, yeah, all the shit gone. There's none of the
It's
shit no
done,
more
fam.
anyway.
Yeah, it's done, bro.
You're just back
It's
to
done.
being consciousness again, fam. You'll be back.
No, word. Word.
So what's more important, you or the message? I get these guys, the martyr guys, fam. Because I used to think to myself, like, rah, like, I mean, I get like standing for something, I'm really believing in something, but like, how do you know? Like, if you die for a thing, how do you know, fam? But then,
You don't. You don't, or you absolutely do. And there's
I
no other
mean,
way about it.
if you better die for something, like you better, like you 90%, fam. But then, whatever that perspective is, that's what you came here to learn,
Mm.
and then it's on to the next chapter of learning, fam.
Nah, for real, man. For real, man. So, Will, let me ask you a question.
Mm.
And this is, again, just for the sake of the listeners and stuff like that. But I think it's a good thing to talk about.
Mm.
In your own belief, so there's no facts needed. You don't have to prove shit. It's not that sort of thing. But what do you think happens to people, to humans, to beings when they quote unquote die?
Well, it depends. It's like, well, in my estimations, anyways, what I think, based on like all the stuff ranging from nothing happens to like there's 14 levels of heaven or whatever, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, ranging from nothing to all that, fam. I think there's one of two, fam. Like, you either move up in consciousness to something much different to this, which has its own things that need, conquering and experiencing and finding out about and all that shit.
Right.
Or you can keep coming back, loop, 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 loop. For those of us that have jobs to do you know what I mean? Keep coming back so that in every generation, you know what I'm saying, somebody there to like hold that torch and talk the talk, fam. Because we're not the first, and we damn sure as hell ain't gonna be the last, fam.
For real.
So
For
we
real.
keep coming back and back. Those of us that have work to do, we keep coming back and back just so that we can try and get this message to especially those ones that ain't trying to hear it. Like I say, more time, don't really waste your energy on that shit, you know what I mean? You can only throw seeds in a bad spot like once or twice, fam. After that, you fucking up, fam.
That's a bar. That's a bar.
You know what I mean? And then, fuck, what was I saying?
You can only throw bad seeds at a spot up to a certain point.
And then after that, you wasting all the time that you have, all the resources that you have, all the energy that you have in order for you to complete your mission. You know what I mean? And it's like, you can like keep trying to put your seeds there right now, or you could just wait for the seasons to turn and come back a bit later and try it again, fam. After the leaves fell, you know what I'm saying, made a little mulchy, some shit, You know what I'm saying? The next spring, that's when you try, okay, I'll throw the seed there, fam. Oh, look, it's fertile now. Oh, look, the flower popped out. Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Sometimes,
Yeah.
yeah, it's not a case of, fuck out of here, leave me alone. It's just like, I can't, like, plant seeds in you right now at this current moment in time.
Because you're not fertile. There's no fertile ground. Like, I have to wait for the soil to sort itself out before I can plant a seed in the soil. Like,
Do you know what I mean? It's like
yeah.
your garden is overgrown at the moment. And if I was to put seeds in there, it's just going to get eaten up by all those thorny, weedy other things that are in there, just killing off all the good plants that you already got in your garden. So it's like, I'm going to just let you prune those a sec before I start throwing my seeds there to, you know what I'm saying?
Because if I try to throw my seeds on the weeds and all this other shit, as you said, it's just going to get swallowed up and eaten, and it's almost going to be seen as like a bad thing. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be received as almost like a pop type of thing.
You gonna be looking at yourself like, oh damn, look at all them seeds that I wasted, man. What the hell? What's wrong with me? When really, in actual fact, it's like, nah, you did the right thing, and you were doing the right thing. You really were. You tried to save something and put life there. But sometimes you just gotta let nature do its thing and, like, you know what I'm saying, clear out things and de-weed things and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? And then the ground gets a bit more fertile, and then now the seeds can flourish easily and freely.
Now, what you're saying is so right, man, because, again, even without getting into too much detail on the broadcast and shit, but just situations that have happened and shit, and you just like, bro, like, for fuck's sake, fam, what's wrong with you, bro? Like, I'm trying to talk to you on a level, fam. Like, what the fuck is wrong? But like you said, you realize that sometimes if you throw seeds on the unhealthy ground, they'll just be swallowed up and destroyed. It's not because there's anything wrong with the seeds that you're throwing. It's because the ground isn't ready to receive it yet. Do you get what I mean? And like, you have to just remember, like, you know what? Everybody's on their own journey and has to go through their own shit to get to that space. You know what I mean? And the fucked up thing about it, bro, is that not everybody's going to get there, fam. At least maybe not in this incarnation of life. Not everybody's going to get there, you know?
They just forgot. Everybody got something to do. Most people just forget.
Yeah.
Damn. That sound is envy-inducing. Damn, homie.
Back in high school, you was the man, homie. Fucking hell.
I
No
say that
needs on
almost
your...
every day, fam.
I swear.
Yeah, damn, homie. Like every day.
Nah, your thing, your newer thing that I've picked up on is like, you heard me?
Oh,
Like,
yeah, I
when you
love
get
that
to
shit,
the
man. Hey, you know where I got that shit from?
Uh,
Wall Street Trapper, fam. It's that New Orleans thing, innit?
yeah.
Shout out to the people in New Orleans, like, you guys' accent and your little twangs and words and shit. Shit's so cool. Just like the Baltimore people. I think that shit's cool, man. Yeah, shout out to y'all niggas, man. Shout out to
Big up
y'all
to them.
niggas. And when I say niggas, I mean all y'all. Not just the black ones, but all y'all niggas.
All y'all niggas, man. All y'all niggas.
Not just the black ones, but all y'all niggas.
Oh, shit, man. Big up to that whole side. You know what I mean? Wayne is still the GOAT, you know what I mean? But, like, yeah, big up to the whole side. Big up to that whole side.
Word.
Shit. Did you have any topics written down this week?
Hold on, man. Did we talk about the origins of religion ever?
No, we didn't, but let's get right
Oh
into that
my
shit.
goodness. Ha ha ha. Okay, so we'll preface it by saying this. Check it out. So, there are uncontacted tribes, right? And I think around like maybe the 50s, 60s, I don't know what the heck was going on. Then people was like warring and so they'll like land on these little islands to like do whatever, like refueling or whatever, like get the people all like grouped up and like fucking whatever they're doing.
Right.
And then they'd obviously like bump into these people, these like tribes people. And these tribes people are like, what the fuck is this, bro? They've got beasts with wings that go. They've got
Yeah.
they've got sticks that fire lightning, pyong pyong, and yeah, that shit be deadly like a motherfucker because they had cut down a bear people of ours, fam. But then they also came with this food in cans that last forever, and like these pouches of stuff that makes you strong and gives you lots of energy, and they came with all these little sweets and all these delicious things that we'd never seen before, basically like gave us like prosperity, basically. These people were the greatest. And like to this day, yeah, they have parades where basically so basically from that point they're basically like deifying these soldiers, basically. They're basically like looking at these soldiers like gods because they've got like the communications devices and shit. They can like talk to each other from here, and man can be like way over there. They can like, you know what I mean, summon things to
Yeah.
come like, oh yeah, we need supplies to drop at this island, blah blah. Like they can do that, innit? So these men really actually must be God, fam.
Because how else?
Actually
Yeah.
must be, fam.
Else.
Because
Yeah.
there's no way somebody could be so powerful. They can be, they can effectively be everywhere at once. They can
Yeah.
effectively talk to everyone all at once whenever they feel like it. They can bring things and take things away whenever they feel like it. They can kill man, or they could not kill man and show man mercy. You know what I'm saying? Must be God,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Must be, right? And to this
Must be.
day, like there's some like little tribes that still have like these rituals where they like build these massive like satellite dishes out of wood, and they like build these planes and shit, and like while they're doing that shit the people like guard them like it's some kind of like a sacred fucking thing, fam. It's serious
Right.
shit. But it's like a
Right.
plane made out of wood and sticks to like symbolize how these like godly people had descended on them with parachutes. They descended from the heavens, my nigga. Can
Yeah.
you
Literally.
imagine? You've never seen anything, yeah, and then a nigga just like land on the ground from the sky with a big ass parachute,
From the sky,
and he
from the
unhook
heavens
that
and the
shit,
clouds.
yeah, and then he unhook that shit, and he start talking to you all foreign and weird and shit. You don't even know what he's saying. You just like, huh, man,
It's an alien in it. That's literally an
that's
alien in
an
it.
alien, fam. Either that or that's God, fam.
Nah, for real. Yeah, for real. And if thing
So
has a stick that goes bang and can kill man and all these sort of things you can
all
do,
that,
you're gonna
fam.
start worshipping that shit in it. Like
Niggas
you're like,
would
yeah,
drop
you
bombs and
God,
shit.
bro.
Yo, they'd drop like bombs obviously out like in the oceans and shit, like testing shit, and they'd see it and be like, rah, they made like huge waves and shit. Must be God, fam.
Because what else could it be? You know what I mean? Because what else could it be?
What
Type
else
of shit.
could make light like that, make sound like that, and make and control water like that and make waves like that, fam?
Nah,
Must
for
be.
real.
So this is how we get all of our religion. So sorry to all the religious people that are out there hearing the shit and being like, oh, this nigga fam. But I mean, damn, guys, come on.
Do
Come
your
on.
research in it. Do your Googles in it.
Yeah, read something, watch something. God damn, it's for free right now. And it's still allowed, fam.
Yeah, for real. And it won't be forever. That's the thing. It won't be forever, you know. Like, this kind of information about the genuine history of the world, fam. Like, this shit's not going to be around for every people to see and to read and to find out. I'm like, listen, in America, yeah, you know, like the slavery shit, they've passed a bill where they basically can remove the word slavery from the curriculum in education. Now it's called indentured servitude.
Oh yeah.
So when they teach them about this period of time, they don't mention the word slave or slavery once. It's indentured servitude and indentured servant. Do you get what I mean? And if there's a whole generation that
I mean,
come
it
up
sounds
and that's what
nicer.
they told, huh?
It sounds nicer.
It sounds nicer. And if you don't know what words mean, it's like, oh well, that wasn't that bad. You know what I mean? Like, but it's like, again, we won't even get into it on the shit. But it's like when you even do a bit of just research into just some of the things that happened during slavery and some of the things that people were capable to doing to other people, it's like, blood, for fucking hell's sake, fam. You know what I mean? Like, some of this shit is crazy, dog. Like, you read the Nat Turner shit and what happened and then what ended up happening. It's like, bro, like, this thing is it's much deeper than people give it the credit for. You know what I mean? It's much deeper than that. You know what I mean? It's much deeper than that. Let me just play this voice note.
Oh, sure.
Big Will, Big Driz, you already know what the time is. Big up my brothers.
Boom, boom.
Just
Nice,
getting
man.
in,
Guy.
so I'm just locking in and tuning in. So yeah, big up my G's.
My
Nice,
guy,
brother.
my guy.
Nice,
Big
brother.
up Ocho one time.
Big up, man. Let's go.
Big
Yeah,
up
first I
Ocho one
gotta
time. Yeah.
apologize for last week. I don't know what happened last week, fam. Yeah, I'm just,
You
yeah,
know what?
a bit
Let's
too
do
much
match of the
liquor.
day right
A
now.
bit too
Yeah.
much liquor.
Let's
Yeah.
do match of the day right now. Yeah. Let's review the match. Like, listen, last week's podcast, yeah, was obviously a bit different. You know what I mean? So let's give us Secret Life your match
my
analysis of what
my
happened
my
last week.
match analysis. I feel like I came out the gate quite strong. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
I had a few points of attack, but then I just kept getting pushed out of position. Do you know what I mean? And then I find myself just like in no man's land, being like, "But how did we get here? Let me get back to my position real quick, fam." But by the time that I'm getting back to my position, it's- I'm letting the
The
side
long
down. You
ball
know what I
is
mean?
already going through in it.
Yeah, there's already a gap there, and I've let the team down. Do you know what I mean? So now, boys, yeah, nah, my performance was not good last week, but yeah, I'm here to redeem this weekend. Yeah, because I can see right now where I kept getting caught from. It's that
Yeah,
flank.
and that's the thing. That's the thing.
Yeah,
Sometimes you got to watch back the performance and see where it was happening. To be like, all right.
yeah.
Every time I turned on this side, that's where man would get me in it. Like, all right, cool. Let
I
me.
got I got put in that right back position from unfamiliar spot for me to be in from. I'm in the middle somewhere. Do you know what I mean? Usually,
Yeah,
the middle of
yeah.
the park somewhere. Get the tackles in, send it upfield from. Do you know what I mean? That's usually
Trust
me.
me. Nah, it's all good, man. You need those games sometimes to just
Nah, for real.
test your awareness and the shit in it to just, you know what I mean, to just keep you in check and shit. So, nah, big up to our guy Magz still. Big up to Maggie Arno. Like,
I shall be quick then.
yeah, I mean, fuck it up. No. Let me see what I've got written down in this shit. Okay, where should I start? Kim Kardashian is doing a collab with Beats by Dre, and I feel very uncomfortable about it.
Uh, 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 again, she, I mean, what? Man. I don't don't want to sound like a hater, innit, fam? That's the thing, fam, because I'm not a hater, fam. But I just
That's
feel
not
their
hate.
contribution to the culture has been extremely detrimental, fam. Especially considering the fact that they're all undoing their BBLs and shit now, fam. Now that they feeling like, oh yeah, now it's time to, like, you know what I mean, be serious in life or
And
whatever.
whiting the shit up in it. They whiting their shit up, boy.
Like,
Let's tell the truth, fam. They
bro,
whiting it up, fam. They
bro.
trying to get away from that nigger shit, fam. You know what I mean?
Yeah, why you think, man? Listen, man. I don't want to. Hey, man, listen, man.
Yo,
All I'm saying
your
is,
Kardashian
what?
rant on this podcast is
What?
fucking legendary, by the way. Like,
Oh no, I still do believe that them bitches is witches, dog. Like to the highest degree, fam. I fully believe that, fam. You cannot convince me otherwise, fam. Look at these niggas, fam. Ye the only one,
you know,
fam. But I think Ye's a wizard himself, fam. That's
you
why
know
I think.
what I do
That's why
find
he's a
mad
bit
about
tapped, fam. I
this,
think
yeah.
that's why he's a little bit tapped, fam.
Nah, Ye's
So,
definitely tapped into something else. Like he's definitely tapped in, whether for good or bad or whatever. He's
right.
definitely got another source that he taps
So
into.
he
But what I
like
did find
he
weird,
dodged
yeah.
it a bit there, fam. But look at Pete
What
right
I did
now, fam.
find
He fucked up, fam. He fucked up like a motherfucker right now, fam. And he was only there for like a couple months.
What I did find mad though, yeah, because again, yeah, even my man, like he out of here now, in it allegedly,
Huh?
like allegedly, he out of here now. You know what I mean? And I've always said, homeboy looked like a nitty if I ever seen one from. Like man have lived in wolves and shit. I know what nitties look like. That nigga, Pete Davidson, homie looked like a nitty fam. I know a nitty when I see one, bro. You ever see a nigga with sunken eyes like that, where their eyes go back into their head and it's got a shadow effect on their eye socket? That's a nitty, bro. I'm telling you, fam. I know a nitty when I see one, my G.
I
And
said the
it's like,
shadow effect on their eyes. Okay, so.
but you know exactly what I'm talking about, though, right? You know exactly what I'm talking about. I know a nitty when I see one, fam. I've been in the city
Shit.
way too long, fam. You know what I mean? But fucking, the thing I find mad about the Kim K Beats by Dre thing is like, if you Kanye, if you Ye, how are you supposed to feel about that? It's like, really, my nigga? I've spent like my lifetime being this musical prodigy, bro, for you to give the gal that's trying to break up with me a fucking Beats headphones and Beats pill, and I'm the music nigga. Are you out of your mind, fam? I'll tell you the truth, yeah,
But
bro.
to who though? To Apple. Apple don't give a fuck about no Kanye, fam.
They should. Apple should give a
Until
fuck about it.
listen, until they're making money with that nigga, fam, they don't give a fuck. And
But
until
they're
they
gonna
can prove
always
that it's
make money
working
with
out
that
for them,
nigga.
where they can make a lot of money with that nigga, fam. No, thank you.
They're gonna always make money with a
Apple
nigga like
have been
yeah though, because
created.
he's gonna cut the deal in it. Like he's gonna
Yeah,
cut
but this
that
is a company
contract with
that
him.
was. But this is a company that's not. They're not desperate for peas. Do you know what I mean? They're not out here desperate for like peas, fam. And I
But
get
a
that they'll
beat
make
pill
loads
with
with yeah.
Kim isn't desperate to you, fam. That's not weird to you, fam. Kim
I
Kardashian
just,
has a fucking that's not
uh,
weird.
I just think, fam, it's Kim Kardashian, innit, fam, like these lot worship this woman like she's some kind of like a deity or something, bro. So if you put her on a product, your shit, bruv, within 30 seconds, your shit done. So it doesn't matter how many million units, gone. Billion, gone. All of them. 30 seconds online, fam. All over the world, fam. Because Kim. Because she's like God to these people. I told you, these bitches is witches, dog.
I
Y'all
will.
niggas hear me when I say it.
Hypothetical for you, fam. Hypothetical for you, fam. You do anything, you're moving around, you're doing shows, you're doing shows. Kim pull up to one of your shows.
God
I
damn.
secret like Will. I love what you're doing. I
God
really
damn.
just like I really love what you like. I would love to just get to spend a bit more time with you, and you know what I mean. I would love to just. Oh my god, I love what you do so much. See, enamored by you, fam.
I'm
You know that
breaking out in
where a girl's talking
parade
to you,
right
and
there, bro.
you know in your spirit, you like this girl's into me, fam. Like, what do you do, fam? And go.
My boy, you see what I'm doing right there in that situation? I'm doing the cross thing. I'm like, whatever prayer stance, all the prayer stances. Hear me? I'm doing all that, fam. Cause hell no. Let the powers intercede and save me, fam. Cause I ain't bad for in that web right there, fam. I'm grateful for that, fam. I am good. Good. Be like, yo, hire me, fam. Help me out, dog. She'll be standing right there telling me all that shit. And I'll be like, yo, hire me. You ain't here casting spell for me, dog. Help me out, fam. And then I'll just turn around and walk off, fam. Hell no.
Oh,
Cause nigga, cause I saw Lamar Odom go from All Star to crackhead in like what 8 months. Hell no. Listen. I'm not an athlete like that. My shit. Like yeah, hell nah. I will not survive that shit, fam. I am good, fam.
what if they was black?
Huh?
What if they was black?
Oh, they still
Because
witching.
I know the not black
If it's
skin
still the
would like.
exact listen, it no matter if they were whatever color, fam, it's the Kardashians and they move the way that they do, fam, and I've seen what they do, bro. Hell no.
I would love to see that play out in real life. I would just love to see it. Not that I don't believe you. I would
Mm.
just love to see like one of them pull
Fam,
up on you in real life.
fam,
Like, yo, I'm
if Kim
feeling this
Kardashian pulled
RG
up
shit.
on me, blood, I'd actually legit be scared, fam. I'd like legit, fam. You don't, fam. I'll run, fam. I'll run away, fam. Man,
Oh shit,
fam,
that's a
you
good
don't be
one.
hearing me what I'm telling you, fam. These lot, fam. As soon as she start opening her mouth to speak here, she's already, fam. No, if I see her pulling up and they're like, oh yeah, they go Kim Kardashian, I'll be like, where? Gone.
I'm
I'll be in
out.
the hotel room. Y'all niggas be looking for me like, yo, you were just here. Like, nah, I'm in the hotel room, bro. Tell me when she
I'm gonna
leaves the
stop
venue.
answering his phone and shit in
Yeah,
it. I'm gonna
tell
stop.
me when she leaves the venue. I'm gonna come through still. Yeah, but the show starts in like 5 minutes, bro. Yeah, nah. Tell her leave the venue, fam. She can't be there when we doing this thing, fam. Don't even let her drop anything or speak to nobody or nothing like that. Just get her escorted out of here and then sweep up after her as they leaving, fam. Because
Man
hell
said
no.
sleep up
Hell
after
no.
from you want nothing to do with that
Hell no.
Kardashian shit.
Man, y'all niggas don't be hearing me when I'm telling y'all these bitches is witches, fam. And fam, yeah, I don't even listen. Anybody that hear this shit here, and you don't feel what I'm saying, that's for you, fam. One day your eyes will be opened, but then it will be too late, fam. You'll be like, fucking hell, fam. Too late.
Yeah, their thing is weird though, fam. Like when you really deep it in it, it's these women that have infiltrated quote unquote black and women culture, and there's like this weird need and desire, like it has to be black men. You know what I mean? There's like this weird, and everybody's into what they into in it. Like I ain't knocking that. Do you get what I mean? Like I've knocked over a few. Anyway, what
Oh,
I'm saying,
they're white guys, fam. They're white guys sometimes. Shit. Like,
yeah, is there
and
is
Pete
there
and
anyone that they take seriously? Like anyone that they take serious. What I'm saying, over the course of years, in it,
yeah,
they've
they still
not
talk
all of
about
them,
that.
but the majority of them have been on a thing where it's like, yo, these are the men that we need to acquire. These are the men, and we need the life source from them. You
Man.
know what I mean? It's just very, very odd. Very odd.
Well,
Very odd.
listen, see, I told y'all niggas, fam. This nigga was all star, fam. All star, fam. Wherever they bumped into each other, Vegas, wherever. Few months dating. Blake Griffin, somewhere else. He's not even, he off game, fam. And then, where's he? I don't know if he active right now or if he got back to it, but man, for a while, it was like, yeah, where you at, my boy?
Nah, for real, because Blake Griffin was like a guy at one point. I
Man.
remember, like, I don't follow the NBA like massive like that, but I remember that he was like a guy at a period in time, like kind of that
He started fucking
2017,
with them
18 kind of period. Like,
Kardashians. Yeah, he started fucking with them Kardashians. Then, damn,
the shit
damn,
go different. The shit go
damn.
different though.
Lamar Odom. Listen, guys, listen. How much more proof do you need, fam? Guys, listen, athlete, fam. dedicated his whole life to being in the NBA, fam. He in the NBA, dominating, all-star, fam. All-star, fam. On the way to getting things with Kobe and them, man, fam.
He got like 6 Man of the Year or something like that, innit?
He on the way to getting the ring with Kobe and
Yeah.
them, man. And then he just gone start smoking crack, fam.
And crack is a hell of a thing to start smoking in it, cause like crack, bro. Do you know the steps like that? Like man grew up like in the ends and shit in it. Do you know the steps that go to smoking crack, bro? Like crack ain't like weed, my nigga. Like it's not like just smoking some weed, bro, or even sniffing some coke or some shit. Like crack, my nigga, because you gotta heat some shit up and then get some other shit to make this shit work, bro. Like crack is a hell of a thing to smoke, bro. Do you get what I
Right.
mean? So imagine what had to be going on in that fucking house, bro. Like,
I told you, man. Like, okay, what realistically, yeah, would make you be like, ah, do you know what, yeah, even
I'm smoking crack.
crack, yeah, is better than experiencing this relationship right now. There's summoning demons at the crib, fam. All kind of all kind of ill shit, fam. All that shit that people think like, oh, that's not real, fam. You ever seen? Ooh, I'm gonna say something right now, fam. I'm gonna say one, fam. You ever seen the difference? But then people go, yeah, but that's her face, and she just intense,
Say
and she
it,
just
fam. Fuck that, bro. Say it. Say it.
Beyonce when she performing and shit. You ever see how her face changed, fam? You tell
The
me that's
Sasha
not a
Fierce thing.
different face, fam. Yeah, you tell me that's not a different face, fam. I
Again,
seen
there's
her.
people hiding in plain sight in it. She's
No,
done said,
yeah,
yeah, fam, some other shit come in when I'm performing, bro.
you
And
hear
people just
me?
don't take
She
it
said
serious,
that
innit?
shit. Y'all
She,
niggas think that this shit is a game or like it's some kind of like wordplay that she being like, oh yeah, you know, I get some kind of like energy burst that like hell no. She telling you right there. I brought that shit. As soon as I jump on the stage, boom, it come out, fam. Because I brought that shit. So it could come out as soon as I jump on the stage, fam. But y'all niggas don't hear that shit, fam. Y'all niggas think that the shit is innocent and like, oh yeah, she just working hard.
market, innit?
Nigga, why you
Market.
think everybody how many people in the world do you think, yeah, make music, fam? Out of all those millions and millions of tracks here, how many of those tracks could be catchier, could be better written, better produced, like better sounding overall, better quality even maybe? How many of those here could there be out there, fam? And yet we just always hear the same 40 songs on the radio all the time. All the time. Why do you think that is? Because it's magic, guys. Listen. And Driz, we wizards, fam. But we white hats, fam. You didn't know. I'm sure you knew this, fam.
I
We
know this,
white
fam. I
hats, fam.
know.
But the people don't believe us when we tell them like, yo, fam.
Nah, they
It's
picture Harry
powerful.
Potter and shit when
Yeah,
you
man.
talk like that. That's what they picture in it, and it's like, but it's much deeper than that. Because even with the Sasha Fierce thing, yeah, I was gonna say the reason I fully understand that is because I've been an artist who
Oh.
tries to call on higher energy and has performed with higher energy invoking.
Mm.
And it's like, just like with anything, bro, you can call on some good shit or you can call on some bad shit, bro. You know what I mean? And like, if you've ever done any kind of performing arts type of shit, fam, and you get into a space where it's almost out of body, where you're almost watching yourself do something, fam. Like people just take that shit as like, oh, the human mind, whatever. But it's like
That's
people
correct.
don't understand. Like, nah, bro, it's because there's something else inhabiting that shit, fam. Where you're able to go on in the passenger seat and just watch man like drive in it. Like, do you know what I mean? There's definitely. I feel like when you tune into these different mediums in life, whether it's like through music or art or speech or whatever it might be, people are tapping into things that don't exist readily on this
Yeah.
plane that we on. You know, again, not to sound all crystals and shit like that, but like we exist on a particular frequency, let's say, like on a radio dial. And there are other frequencies that interact and intercept our frequency, but we're not able to perceive that shit. Man say it all the time. Wi-Fi, 4G, fucking radio waves, microwaves, all of these things are in the air right now. They're literal
All the
things that
time.
exist right now. But because
Literally all
through
the time.
our main five senses, human beings can't comprehend them, we just treat it like, well, if I can't see no shit or hear no shit or smell no shit or touch no shit, then the shit don't exist. And that's not what it is. Do you get what I mean? That's not what it is at all. There's so much that's going on that we don't perceive through our main senses, but it's readily happening. You know what I mean? It's like, hold on. Let me just play these voice notes. One second.
Will, mate, you had an absolute shocker, mate. You missed how many open goals? How many open goals did you miss, geezer? Drizzy pull it on an absolute plate for you. Told you, listen, Will, all you have to do, dodge left, dodge right, bang. And you fluffed it. You absolutely fluffed it. You're actually lucky, mate, that you actually play a manager as well. You know what I mean? Otherwise, you would have been dropped. You know what I mean? 3 game suspension for that type of behaviour, mate. Sin bin, 3 game, 5 yellow cards, all of that shit.
No, but I was trying to help out the team members, you know what I mean? But then you getting frustrated with me, so then it looks like we beefing on the field and we having a bad game, do you know what I mean? But then I was trying to help man out, fam. And I was out of position and shit. Hey, don't bench me, fam. I want to play, cool. I want to play.
Yeah, nah, man had you all out of position last week, innit? Like, all out of position last week. Like, you know what I mean? The winger was going right behind you, fam. Fucking, you was missing the headers and shit. Just the passes weren't going through. Nothing was happening, innit?
Like man said, open goals, fam. Sorry.
Oh, shit. But you know what, man? You know what, Melanin? Just like in football, yeah? You can tell the worth of a player by how they bounce back in it. You can tell the worth of a player by if they have a bad game, how do they respond to that bad game? How do they pick themselves up and motivate in it? So hopefully, you know what I mean, we've been going through this one a little bit and my guy Will is getting a couple more yards in. His heat map is a bit more ting, you know what I mean?
You know what I mean? Yeah. It's looking
his
a bit
pass
more
completion
correct.
is up, you know what I mean? Like
it's looking a bit more correct now.
Fuck, you know. That's like when Chelsea, no, when Man United played Barcelona in that final, innit? And Barcelona just ate their food, fam. Just ate their whole food, bro. It's like,
fam, everyone eating United's food, innit? Fucking hell, mate. Fucking hell. Blood. You know I don't usually talk about football like that, but fucking hell, mate.
Yeah, Lidge, fam. It's one of those ones, like, if you don't even talk about ball and shit, bro, it's like these niggas lost 4-0 to Brentford, bro. Like, y'all are going through certain, fam. Them niggas need counseling, fam. They need a therapist, bro. Like,
it's not new for them to get beat like that. Do you know what I mean? You know, Liverpool do it, City do it. You know what I'm saying? We did it. I think did we beat them? We did beat them.
Arsenal beat them.
Did it. You know what I mean? But then it's like, guys, Brentford, guys,
4 as well. Not like 1-0. They scraped it. 4, bro. That's some FIFA shit, my nigga. Like 4.
Nah, the nigga played the first half and scored 4 and then simmed the rest, fam.
Blood, I seen a tweet on Twitter, innit? A man said, yo, how did Ericsson come back from the dead to get beat 4-0 by Brentford, fam? Like, how they bring him back from the dead, bro, to get beat 4-0 by Brentford? Nah, they violated the thinkers.
Nah, sad.
Alright, let me play these one sec.
What's good, fellas? I love the name of the podcast. Yeah, that's a good name. Tell us a bit more about your podcast and like, what's the topic of discussion for today, guys?
Adam, you sound like a nasty nigga, bro. Like, man said, I like the name of your podcast, bro. Like, you sound like a nasty nigga, bro.
Wild, fam.
Man thought we were gonna get into some wild things, fam.
Oh no,
Listen.
yeah, we're talking about how the Kardashians is witches, dog. That's what we're talking about.
Listen, Adam, you know what it is? The name came about by coincidence, innit? We were having a conversation. Shout out to Will's pops as well. Shout out to Secret Life of Will Senior.
Oh yeah, that's
Like,
the way we've
we
been
had a
talking about.
conversation, and it kind of just came about randomly. We thought that it was cool in it, so I'm playing with you, obviously. Pause, but like, yeah, man, it's it's what I tell you. Get me?
Juice, I agree with you 1000%, King. Form is temporary, class is permanent. And I would never drop Big Will. Never in 1,000 years, because I know the quality. I've heard the quality. I've seen the quality. I've seen the top bins finishing. I've seen the over-elaborate explanations in terms of the tactics and setting the teams up into a proper formation and giving them direction. Man can't drop Will. Never that.
Come on.
But you definitely did deserve a 3-game suspension.
Yeah, nah, you know what? Yeah, nah. I'll hold
Yo,
it, fella.
Melanin is the goal, you know, fam. I swear now, Melanin is the goal, you know, fam. Aye, Melanin, you are such a G, fam.
Bam. You know what? In what's the word that I'm looking for? I'll take ownership of that there, fam, and say, yeah, nah, I do definitely deserve a suspension for a while. Do you know what I mean?
You know what it is, bro? You'll get the fine in it. Take the fine, pay the fine.
I'll take
and
the
then,
fine. Yeah. I don't know
and
what
then
the fine
play in
is.
it.
You man, let me
Yeah,
know
just
what
take
the
the
price
fine,
is.
bro.
I'll pay
Hold
it.
that. And then just play, fam. Do you get what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? There's too much quality in you as a player. Do you get what I mean? The team needs you, you know what I mean? So the board are gonna sort that out, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, nah, we already had a meeting earlier on, do you know what I mean? And yeah, nah,
because
the board
again,
agreed, fam.
the board agreed with it. Because you know what it is, and I know this is like off the pod shit, but I'll just say it briefly. Like I always say, yeah, when me and you chat, and this isn't even to fucking like D-ride, man, and nothing like that. But me and you are like peoples in real life, in it, like real life, and have seen real shit together, and have been through like real shit that's happened in real life, in it. And so I understand like your temperament. Do you get what I mean? So you see, like when you're a bit lit, you're a bit up. You know what I mean? You're a bit well. Like I know how to manage that energy where like that energy goes in a productive place. Because when you up like that, all I need to do is give you something where you can just go off and just give you the space to go. And every so often, just stoke the fire every so often, but that fire is gonna burn in it. Like I know how to manage that with you. You know what I mean? Yeah, nah, it's gonna go, fam, and because you've got so much information in your mind, like you just gonna go. And I know, like, say if you slowing down a bit, I know I have to just stoke the fire a little bit so that flame come up a little bit more, then just let you go some more. You know what I mean? Like I know how to do that. But again, I think it's more difficult, especially us being in like different locations and shit, where if there's somebody else and you're a bit ting and they're a bit ting, it's like oh shit, you know what I mean? Because I think if we were all in the same room and that was the case, I feel like
it wouldn't go like that. It wouldn't go like that.
It wouldn't have gone that way. You know what I mean? It wouldn't have gone that way because
wouldn't have gone a lot of ways.
But now, like, you know what it is? I always say this, yeah. Again, I always say this. Anyone that's willing to like try something that they don't usually do, you have to always applaud that in it. Like the thing I was saying last week because big up to Ultra, but Ultra was like, "Yo, you man, what the fuck is going on with this podcast this week? Innit? Like, what is happening, bro? You get what I mean?" And it was like, you know what, bro? I hear you in it. I hear you, fam. But homie is a good guy. Do you get what I mean? And I think anyone who's kind of willing to do something that they don't usually do, that's out of their comfort zone, whatever, even if they fuck it up a little bit, you have to give some credence to be like, you know what, at least you tried it. Do you get what I mean? And that's the sort of thing with Magz in it. I'm sure there will be episodes where he'll be back and shit, but it's like, I at least respect that man was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna give it a go type of thing.
Yeah.
Do Do you get what I mean? And like I
Gave me
said,
a bit
I
of-
know that for a lot of the people that listened and shit, they listened to that last shit, was like, yo, you man, what the fuck is this? It was thoroughly entertaining for me, fam. I was sat here having the time for like my life, bro. You know what I mean? Like, because
Man.
Will would just be like, yo, bro, let me finish. Let me fucking
Fam,
finish,
yeah,
bro.
because fam, I'll let him go off, and then because every time I'll be like, hold on a sec, but then I just want to, like, let me land, let me land, let me land. Like, I land on it, land. Boom, you've landed, yeah. And he's like, yeah, I landed, yeah, I landed. Alright,
And you would say
I
two
would just
words.
say, no, fam,
Brother, there
bro.
was one point, yeah. There was one point where, like, again, that same thing happened. Like, and you literally, you got frustrated in it, and you were like, bro, for fuck's sake, man, you have to let me finish a point, fam. You have to just let me finish, bro. Let me finish, man. And he was like, you know what? All right, cool in it. And you paused in it. So say this is how it goes, yeah. Like you're saying something, he interrupts, like, bro, fuck's sake, man. Come on, man. You have to let me finish what I'm saying, man. This is like the 5th time you've interrupted me, bro. Let me talk, innit? Aye, you know what? You're right. Fuck it. Come on, man. Let me talk, innit? Aye. So what I was saying was, nah, but Will, the thing is, yeah, bro, I remember I just burst out laughing, fam. Bro. Like, because you said like 3 words, and he was like, nah, Will. I was like, nah, he's trolling, fam. He has to be trolling at this point, fam. He has to be
Has to
trolling
be.
him. He has to be trolling him, bro. Because you said 3 words, fam. Like,
Aye,
if
fam.
you get a spare second, fam, listen to episode 68, fam, and just listen to how the shit progresses and goes on, fam. Oh man, I was having the
Funny
time of my
enough,
life,
yeah,
bro.
I actually remember that, fam. Just like, bro, you keep saying, yeah, let me land, but yeah, you
But you're
landed
not
now.
letting me land, fam. Like.
Let me take off, fam. Like, what?
And man was like, "Aye, you know what? Yeah, all right. You're right." And you took a breath in it, like you paused for a second, because I could
Stop
tell
it.
you genuinely got frustrated in it, and you were like, aye. So what I was saying, but Will, the thing is, yeah, I was like, nah, Magz is sick, fam. Magz is the sickest nigga that's ever done this shit, fam. The sickest, bro. The sickest that's ever done this shit, fam.
You need like a Joe Budden spot or something, fam. Yeah, I
brother,
think that would be
brother.
crazy.
Because, like I said, it got to a certain point where I was like, yo, Magz has to be trolling him, fam. There's no way that Magz isn't trolling him, bro. Because Will is saying 3 words, and then Magz just interrupted him. And then what
But
happened, yeah? He'll
I
interrupt
think
you. And then after he interrupts you, be like, nah, say what you're saying in it. Say what you're saying, fam. You're like, bro, I forgot the fucking point. We've been talking for 20 minutes. The fuck do you mean say what I'm saying, fam?
it's like I think the topic was a bit too like it was a bit of a tender one, innit? I think maybe that's why maybe that it
Nah,
went like that. You know what I'm
not
saying?
even that, you know. I think it was the juice, honestly. I think it was just because you man would have been juicing in it. Like, I think it was just the juice as well as the topic, not just. I think like everybody go in there, clear mind, bottles of water, shit. Like, and that topic come up. Like, I don't think it goes that way. I think the juice enhanced that a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But nah, I don't give a fuck, fam. I enjoyed that episode so much, fam. That was
It's
so
just
fun
funny
to
though.
be the guy that wasn't in conflict, bro. Because I'm usually the nigga in conflict in it. It's always me in conflict in it. So
Yeah, I'm
to be
always
the
the
nigga that
one
wasn't in conflict,
that's
bro,
like,
I was enjoying the
this is
fuck out of it. You
crazy.
know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm usually the popcorn eating motherfuckers being like, yo, shit, this shit's crazy, son.
Oh
I
shit,
don't
man.
know why they had to do something like that.
Fam. And it's usually me like, nah, the point is, bro, nah, the point. You know what I mean? Fucking hell.
Oh
I
my
gotta
gosh.
be like you, fam. I gotta try and be like you in it. I gotta try and be like you, fam.
Oh boy, yeah, nah, don't be like me last week, though, fam.
Not last
That's a
week.
bad
Not last week.
representation, fam.
There's 60 odd episodes before that shit in it. Oh shit.
Yeah, the
Alright.
one that's like, yo, guys, chill out. Yo, guys, nah, you guys
I
don't
will.
know that.
I
Chill
will.
out.
I will. Are you willing to tell the truth right now?
About?
about how the way the podcast was previously formatted. Yeah. When man would get into any sort of things, I didn't wash niggas, bro. Are we gonna tell the truth right now? Or are we just gonna carry on with the pod? Because we can carry on, fam. We can carry on, bro. But I listen back to these shits, fam.
Hey, man.
Niggas can be upset about shit, yeah. But when you listen back, bro, like, man was kind of washing man out here, fam. Like, man will make all their white boy points, fam. Man was kind of washing man out here.
Hey, man. Hey, man. I always was right there in the middle, like, man, y'all niggas got to chill out, man. This ain't what this is about.
Oh,
I'm a
shit.
special guy.
Well, if I could tell you, yeah, because you know that I'm quite like a mature person. I try to move with like dignity and respect people and stuff. But if I tell you, Will, some of the hypothetical podcasts I've had in this crib in the comfort of my own safety and shit, and just when no one can hear me talking, bro. Some of the podcasts I've had about some of the shit that's happened, fam. Jesus Christ of Nazareth. If I came on here and just decided to just fuck it and talk, bro, we going through to the moon, bro. Like crypto, fam. We going to the moon like Bitcoin, my nigga. We going to the moon, bro. You know what I mean? If I decided I was gonna come in here and just talk the things, fam. But
that's why I'm glad you don't, fam. That's why I'm glad you don't, fam. That's so cool of you, my boy. I like that. You say you're trying to be like me, right?
I'm trying to
I
be like you.
wouldn't do that.
And that's the thing, bro. And that's the thing, fam. That's what I'm trying to learn from, fam. Because I keep telling y'all, yeah, I know man know words and I'm good with all this shit and I can speak eloquent and shit. But I'm really with all of the fuck shit. All of the fuck shit. I'm with all of it, bro.
No,
you know
man.
what I mean?
I know,
And
man.
like, it is only, and I'll be very honest right now, it is only my love and my respect for you as my brother, my partner in crime, my guy, my G, who I know has got my back, who I've seen in instances who didn't have to get my back and had my back. It is only because of you and not fucking up any situation for you why I don't just come and give these people the podcast of their life, fam. Because I've got about 3 hours I could just get off, bro. I do, fam. And I love everybody, fam. All of this shit will be coming from love, but I have about 3 hours I could just go crazy, bro.
Man.
But we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that.
That would be yeah, that would be
Because you
certain.
know what's fucked up about it, yeah? You know what's fucked up about it? I know if I started speaking on shit, because of the integrity that lives within you, you'd have to be like, shit, well, yeah, that is what happened. Like, but you would be really trying to defuse shit. But you know when Drizzy go blind, Drizzy
Man.
go mad in it. Like, you
Yeah,
know
you gotta chill
when
out.
I can't see, bro. Like, it's a mad thing, innit? You know what I mean? And like, it's only because of the love I have for you, fam, why I don't come in here and really, brother. If I came in here and spoke to Ultra Melanin about some of the things that have transpired, fam, and some of the things that have been said, bro, if I just came and did that, bro.
Yeah, hey, man.
But no, fam. But no, because we building and you my guy and I love you, fam, and I can't ever fuck up no shit for you, fam. I can't ever do that, fam.
That's why I love you, my bro. That's what I'm talking about, fam.
I can't ever, bro. Even if all of the destruction and chaos in me is like, yo, tear that motherfucker head off, bro. It's like, no.
Yeah.
My guy, nah. It's cool, fam. And he going through his own shit. And he
Yeah,
going,
man, it's
and I'm not
nothing.
talking about Will. And I'm not talking about Will.
Talk
Let
about
me
this
say that.
shit. Bring it out,
I'm not
man.
talking about Will when I say he going through his own shit. You know what I mean? So it's like, nah, just, it's all right, fam. It's all right. It's all right. Just building it. Positive.
Man,
Positive, fam.
you really wanna know what I think?
I do.
And obviously, you know, I say the same both ways, fam. It's just a quick talk, like, yo, you know what I'm saying? But then now at this point, it's going now farther and farther to a point where it's gonna be like, That's how I see now, fam.
Now, I'll tell you the truth, yeah. I'll tell you the truth. For me, I've always lived by the notion of when somebody shows you who they are, believe them. I've always lived by that. When shit hits the fan and shit gets peak and all that, when somebody shows you who they are, believe them. That's where I've hit with it now. So it's like, you know what, brother? Say nothing, fam. We all have weak moments. That's cool. But how I've seen people react to their weak moments and how I've seen when you try to extend an olive branch to man, knowing that they fucked up, but you trying to extend an olive branch and how a man reacts, it's like, all right, bro, say nothing, fam. Say nothing. This don't have to be nothing, fam. It don't have to be nothing, but I see who you are now, and I can't unsee that. So whatever happens in life now, I know what you have the capacity to do because I've seen it and experienced it. Do you know what I mean? And that's why I always say this, bro. It's not no D-riding shit. It's nothing like that, fam. But this, when I talk on this podcast about how much I appreciate and respect my guy Will, is because I've been in situations with Will when shit's really hit the fan, a man have said, fuck Drizzy, and Will said, nah, that's my guy. And even if this whole thing fuck up, that's my guy. I've seen man have my back when it would benefit them more to not have my back. When someone shows you who they are, believe them. And that is my take on the whole shit. So for me, the thing is like, bro, ain't no problem, fam, because this melanin shine, bro. And ain't nothing, man. There ain't nothing nobody can do about it, fam. This shit shine, bro.
Sorry,
You know,
can I just like inject a quick saying real quick just to
go
support that melanin shining
for
perspective? So the other day when we was like back in Wolves here, we me and Magz walked to the shop innit? I had my shirt off and shit, you know what I'm saying, just walking. And I by no means
It was hot in it.
huh? Yeah, it was hotter than a motherfucker, fam.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I ain't no like movie star, I ain't got no crazy ass like, you know what I'm saying, my shit look good though. I ain't gonna lie, fam. I be looking at my shit like a nigga. That's how you need it to be a little bit. But a little bigger, you hear me? But like that, yeah, right? So walking down the street, fam. I never seen so many girls looking at man, fam. There was a woman that almost crashed her whip, turning her head, trying to see man, fam. And I was like, oh, the melanin did that shit, don't it? Yeah, I know. That's the effect, fam. It's like magnetic, fam. You can't. You need
There's
it, fam.
nothing you can do, fam. And you can't even control that shit, bro. It's just when you walk out, if the sun like that, bro, that's what the melanin do, fam. It just do
fam,
that, fam.
especially when the sun hitting like that, fam. And they gonna look golden bronze and shit, man. Nah, stop.
You know what I mean? And if niggas would just tell the truth, bro, if niggas would just tell the truth and be honest with themselves, fam, just say, hey, the melanin shine, fam. Like, the fuck, bro? Like, I don't know what to tell you, fam. Listen, this is death row, my nigga. Get on board or get the fuck out, fam. Like, aye, this shit going. And the melanin booming. Black man, tell me how you live so long. Brother, it's a different
Black man,
thing,
tell me
fam.
how you stay so strong.
Fam, all my niggas in sensational form, bro. They don't understand, fam. So when I see these sort of conflicts come up in life, it's like, fam, you just don't get that all my niggas are in sensational form, bro. Like, you just, fam, just get on board with it, fam. Just fuck with it, bro, because you're gonna win if you fuck with it, fam. But if you don't, you're gonna lose, fam. That's the maddest thing, bro. You robbing yourself, bro.
Ayo,
And I'm not speaking about Will, fam, because he gets it, bro.
Hey, yo, peep this, right? Peep this. Imagine you a poor nigga, right? All you ever drank was like beer and shit. Maybe you had a little Henny or whatever, you hear me? Like some little liquors and shit. But you've never had like a proper champagne, fam. Like a proper something, fam. You never had like, you know, I don't know, caviar or whatever. Or you never had like, I don't know, other shit that like rich people eat, you know what I'm saying? Goddamn Wagyu steaks or whatever that cost like $5 for like a little square inch of meat or whatever. I don't know, that type shit, right?
Yeah.
Never had that before, right? So most of that shit, you tasting it for the first time, you're like, yeah, gross. Get that shit the fuck out of here. Takes a little refining. Takes a little. But then if that's your perspective, you coming from like, oh, I drink champagne for breakfast every day and I eat caviar with my little rice toast with smoked salmon or whatever. I don't know what them folks be eating. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But it's like, yeah, you coming from that, yeah, and you cannot even fathom how a nigga could not like caviar. Like, what? You don't like
Yeah.
it? You've tasted it, right? You don't
Yeah.
like it? That's crazy. Man, I love that shit, fam. Got
But you
pounds
see,
of
Will,
back, fam.
that's one thing in it. That's one thing. If a man's never had or seen the caviar shit and they don't get it, that's one thing. But when man have been around the caviar and man talk like, yeah, fam, I fuck with this caviar shit, bro. I get it, fam. But then you take them to the meal and they don't know which fork they're supposed to use and which knife they're supposed to use and they don't get it, fam. It's like, my nigga, don't be mad at me because you don't get it, bro.
Yeah,
Don't get
but
frustrated
they
at me because
might
I've showed you around this shit. I've showed you what fork you're supposed to use and what knife you're supposed to use. Now, if you don't get that, you have to be accountable that you don't get it. Don't make it out like man are trying to set you up with this dinner thing because you told me that you understand how this caviar thing works and it's a different level of shit. So if you don't get it, bro, be humble enough to be like, you know what, fam, I thought I got it and I didn't. So let
I
me
don't really know
try
what
another
was
time.
happening.
You know what I mean? But certain man, bro, they'll try and act like you try to set them up like, oh, my fork, you fucked up my fork, fam. Like, the reason I couldn't do it is because you
Yeah, you
fucking.
put it in the wrong place.
It's like, brother, like I don't set the cutlery here. Like I told you how this shit works, fam. Like the waiter sets the cutlery, bro. We don't do that, fam. Like, do you think I would take the time to fuck up your cutlery so you look fucked up, fam? Like, why would I do that, fam? We all here, we all supposed to be eating caviar. Eat the caviar, fam. I'm sorry that you don't get the caviar thing in it. But don't make it my problem that you don't get it, bro. And I still
Nah,
love you, fam. And it's still love to you, fam. But fuck out of here, my nigga. That's where I'm at with it now, Will. If I tell you the truth, it's fuck out of here, my dog. Like, you know what I mean? Like, bro,
you
it's
wild.
all love in it. It's no beef, it's no sauce, it's no nothing. But my nigga, I've reached out to you. I've tried to make sure that, you know what I mean? Like,
Hey,
listen, this ain't no nothing like that. If you don't want to hear that, bro, fuck out of here, my nigga. Go and live a sour life, bro. That's all it's gonna be for you. Sour lemons and limes, my nigga.
God
Like,
damn, homie. God
bro, YM, fam. Bro, niggas not standing for
damn.
shit, fam. Like, bro, if I come to you on a love thing and you don't want love, fam, I ain't gonna force love on you, man. Cool. You're so fucked up. You can't accept love, fam. Cool. Don't accept it, fam. Why would I force my love on you when there's so many people in the world that want love, fam? Like, cool, brother. Live your sad, miserable life, my nigga. Fuck out of here, bro.
Nah,
Fuck out of here, bro.
I'd tell man, I'll tell man, go and be happy somewhere, fam. Go and find something to be happy about, fam. You know what I mean? That's more constructive.
Nah, it's definitely more constructive. I'm just sharing with you some of my some of my personal podcasts when I'm, you know what I mean? I'm just giving you a little insight to the way that, you know what I mean?
Episode.
Because my insight really be telling me like, yo, tell these niggas fuck off, bro. Like they can, you
Hey,
know what I mean?
but nah, do you know what
Insert
What?
JME lyrics here, fam. JME 96 Ball of Revenge here, fam. Like, if I really wanted to just talk to niggas and just be like, you know what, bro? You upset? Fine, bro. How about this, fam? Here's something to be upset, fam. Suck your diss, bro. Do you get what I mean? Like,
Hey, man, chill out, nah. Come on, nah.
but I'm saying, fam,
It's not
when
enough
I
out here already as it is. Come on, nah. God damn. You ain't gotta be telling to open up on niggas like that, dog. Sheesh.
But see, Will, this is my issue, yeah. My problem is this. I try to show love, man, try to, you know what I mean? If people on a good thing, fuck with them, vibe with them, like, yo, we can learn from each other. Da, 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 da. But I keep saying this, yeah, and people don't understand when I say it, yeah. I am about this chaotic shit, fam. I am with all of the fuck shit, bro. And like, the chaotic side of me says, yo, if niggas got a problem, they can suck they finish the sentence. Do you get what I mean? That's what the chaotic side of me says. The side of me that tries to speak more peace and rationale says, listen, we don't have to go to that place. We don't have to do that. Like, everyone's on their own journey and everyone. But the chaotic side of me, bro, the chaotic side says, put man on the phone so I can tell them to suck they this.
God damn.
Because if niggas want to have an issue with me, then let's really have an issue or worth having an issue over, fam. Like, that's what the chaotic, erratic side of me says, fam. If man want to have an issue, then let's really have a fucking issue. But I understand that that's not productive most of the time. That's not productive most of the time. That doesn't help in all situations.
Highly counterproductive, fam.
I mean, it can work when it needs to, but I try not to use it when it doesn't work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, you know, in situations where absolutely nothing else can be done, i.e., you can't disengage, i.e., it keeps, I don't know, showing up or like manifesting or whatever, then yeah, by all means, you know what I mean?
Massive bad means.
By all means, you know what I mean? But then, or by any means, should I say?
Any means.
But yeah, sometimes, man, yeah, we feel ways about things. I notice this about me sometimes, especially like when I'm like talking to people and I'm like trying to tell them something, or like, you know, I'm trying to like share something with them that I feel like, oh yeah, this is like something important that I feel like I should share with you as my peoples. I feel like you should know something like this because it might just like help you to like elevate your shit, right? And you know, you getting, I wouldn't say combativeness, you know what I mean? But it's like you getting like pushback from that. Do you know what I mean?
Nah, I hear you.
It's like, no, but I'm trying to show you how to like win. I'm trying to show you the cheat codes to the game. Why are you fighting me about, nah, it's not up, down, left, it's up, left, down? No, I'm telling you, I've done this. I did it. I keep doing it. I keep doing it over and over and over again, Tim. It's up, down, left, right, Tim.
I'm not arguing with you about shit that they don't even know. They don't even know cheat
And
codes, fam.
sometimes I feel
But they
myself
argue with you about
getting
your cheat
so,
code, fam.
yeah, I get so like frustrated, yeah, that I can easily then just like be moved out of whatever I had even originally thought about the situation. Do you know what I mean? It might have
Yeah.
really been something like as innocent as like, oh, I heard that, you know, house prices about to go down, and like, you know, some guy was explaining how the thing works, and like, oh, this is perfect time to buy, blah, 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 all that shit. You know what I'm saying? I might have that secret code for him. When you go and tell somebody and they're like, oh yeah, but then, oh yeah, you need, but then you even go, yeah, but then I don't even have, and then we can't, but we can never, because look at this, and look at the system, and then look at it.
But you see, well, when for me, yeah, when I get them sort of feedbacks there, it's one of two things. I either disengage, where it's like, all right, bro, you clearly are not in a place to receive this, so I'm just going to disconnect from this shit. Or if my ego goes into defense mode, bro, it's suck one of your parents in it. Like it's really, if it's up, then it's up, bro, and it's up and it's stuck. Do you get what I mean?
It's much easier to get to the up and stuck part than
Much
to the,
easier.
you know what, let it be, fam.
Do you get what I mean? And like my thing is, the thing I think frustrates the chaotic part of me is like when I give the peaceful and rational side of me the leeway to operate and be like, you know what, move in love. Even if people are being fucked up to you, like don't be fucked up to them in it. Like just move in love because everyone's on their own. Like when you try and do that, and like I said, extend olive branch and all these sort of things, and it's like some fuck shit that chaotic part of you is like, see, my nigga, this is why the fuck you needed to let me drive the car, bro. Because these pussy niggas playing with you, fam. These pussy niggas is playing with you, bro. And they don't know what you about, fam.
Man. Yeah,
And bro,
that'd be
devil on
good.
my back like Kazuya, fam. Devil on my back like Kazuya, fam. And I have to tell him to leave me alone every day, fam. So if I give that motherfucker power, fam, it's up for a lot of people, bro. It's up, bro. It's up,
Yeah.
fam. But YM, higher purpose. You get your mind's really God, fam. YMRG
Yo,
talk on this.
mine's really God. I told you, man. I told
You know
y'all
what I mean?
that I was listening.
You know what I mean? But these are just the things
Whatever.
sometimes where you just in your space and you're just like, bro, like, again, that ego part of it. And I am at least aware of what it is. But that
Yeah.
ego side of it, it's just like, bro, like, why are you letting niggas play with you, fam? Because you don't let niggas play with you like this.
Mm.
Like you don't let niggas play with you like this, fam. Why are you making all of this effort and niggas is playing with you, bro? And I have to tell the ego, fam, like, bro, come on, fam, like, just homie don't know better, fam. He don't know better, fam. It's not personal, innit? But ego saying, nah, it is personal, fam, because he did it to us, bro. Fuck that, my nigga. It is personal, 'cause he did it to us, fam. Fuck that, bro. You know what I mean? And I have to try and keep that shit at bay a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I feel like just being honest about it kind of helps that situation. It helps you not sort of keep it in your mind and shit.
Yeah,
Because
most
again,
definitely.
even from the last week podcast, and we were talking about certain, and we were saying like, "Yo, Driz, you ain't even come to the yard yet. You got to come see the yard." And I was saying, "Yo, well, obviously, if I come to the yard, X, Y, Z." And it's like, you know what, man? Like, even from that, I should never have any problem with going to go check my brethren at
Yeah,
it.
man.
Never, fam. That should never be an issue, fam. And if anyone's got a problem with that, that's their own issue they got to deal with. What the ego would say is, nigga, pull up to that shit, and any pussy nigga got a problem with you, deal with it, fam. That's what the ego says, fam. Any pussy nigga got any funny thing to say, or any funny looks, or any funny behavior, fam. LS7 shit on that shit, fam. But I have to tell the ego to just ease up, fam. Like, listen, I need you when I'm recording, but in the everyday life, just take the back seat, fam. Just chill in the back and I'll chauffeur you around, fam. When I get behind that mic, do what you gotta do in it. But like, yeah, fam.
In life, actual life, you need to work with me here.
Because brother, I tell you, man, in the process of the transition of this pod and just all the, I feel like we've really like grown since, shit. But it's like, damn, niggas is really playing with you because niggas got fucked up over some dumb shit and you try to show grace to niggas and niggas spat in your face and you try to show grace to them. Like, niggas is really playing with you, fam. And again, I was born in January, bro. I was born in the cold. I was born in the winter time. When it's up, bro, when it's up for man, it's up for man. It's up and it's stuck for man. Do you get what I mean? And I'm trying to use all of the lessons I've learned in this life to not just be like, you know what? Fuck homie. Fuck man, bro. Even if I said man's name in tracks and shit, like fuck man. I'm using the betterment of myself to not give in to that side. Because it's really not even that important, bro. That's the maddest thing. It's not even that important, but when the ego decides that it wants to fucking, you know what I mean? Like some mad thing.
Yeah, but that's the thing of it, innit? It's like, yeah, this is what I was saying the other time when we was talking about like consciousness and shit. I can't remember which episode it was, and I was like, every single one of your cells is a thinking brain, fam. All them niggas got egos too, fam, and they all feel away, fam. When your brain and ego feel away, all of them cells feel away, fam. That's why the emotion run through your whole body, fam. You feel angry, you feel that shit in your arms, your hands tense up, your legs like squat down, you better like, you know what I'm saying, you're in goal mode, you know what I'm saying, your back like up straight, your chest out, like all of your cells are experiencing that exact emotion, like it's the whole consciousness is having that, you know what I'm saying? And it's like sometimes it's really hard to not forget that the machine can easily overpower you. In the sense that even if your body feels anger, if you can control it in your mind and say, you know what, yeah, I'm not even gonna react right now. I'm gonna just sit down for a sec, or I'm gonna just walk over there. I'm have a little breath, and I'm gonna come back, and we will deal with this. Or if I can't deal with this right now, I'm gonna just leave it there right now, and just let it be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like,
And yeah.
it's really hard to like see how, because it's like a short term, long term, right? Short term, being angry and getting your retribution, feel good. Do you know what I mean? For like them few minutes, but then afterwards, feel like, ah, damn, I didn't even need to, like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't even need to do all that. Now, you know what I'm saying? They're looking at me, or like the people at the job is looking at me like this, or you know what I'm saying? So looking at me like that, or now it's man, you're regretting it now. You know what I mean? Sometimes. I don't know, sometimes. But then also the long term of being like, oh, do you know what? I'm not even gonna fight my man. Do you know what I mean? You never know how that could benefit you later, fam. You might have maybe fought my man, he stab you, dead, fam. Whereas you could have just been like, I won't fight you because I'm angry right now. I'm just like, go over there for a second, like chill in the car or something. There. And then you got shows next week, and the shows the month after, boom, boom, boom. And then you save some guy from even getting something happen to him as well at the later junction in time. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like, you never know how big the payoff of that will be.
Listen, I've saved niggas from situations already, fam, and I've seen them flip on me, bro. If I would just come on the pod and talk the things, fam, but I'm not gonna keep it 100% like that, fam. You know what I mean, Carl? Even in all of the ego shit, my compassion still shines, fam. It's like, you know what, bro? If you had love for somebody at a point, fam, even if they're being fucked up with you, fam, just show them the decency and the respect of just that. Do you get
Yeah,
what I mean? Because at the end of the day, bro, what's the point in killing somebody that's half dead, fam? Like, let's keep it legit. If
yeah,
somebody's living in death, bro, like, killing them don't make no difference. Do you know what I mean? The better thing you can do is try to speak life into them. You know what I mean? That's the better thing that you can do.
for real.
But then the ego jump up and say, fuck that nigga, dog. Yeah, I mean?
Yeah, you got, see, this is what I tried to get into last week, fam, about baby and big, fam. I tried to get into it, fam. I tried to be like, yo, so, you know what I'm saying? Try to explain this concept, fam. And then the nigga just wouldn't let me take off, fam. I got to baby and big, and he'd be like, yo, no, yeah, but you don't understand these girls, fam. I'm like, oh, fam, I ain't talking about no girls, fam.
That was so funny, man, because he'd interrupt you with a point that you didn't make.
Yeah.
So you'd be talking
Like,
about this
fam,
shit. You'd be like, bro, nah, you can't say that about the big body bitches, fam. You'd be like, bro,
like, nah,
I didn't say
we're not
anything
even,
about
yeah, we're not even talking about no raising fuel prices or nothing like that. That's not, nah, listen, I'm trying to tell you about, like, inside of your own head, fam. Because I'm discovering this myself, and I just thought I'd share it with you guys as I'm discovering, fam. Nah, but what about these bitches, though? Ah, dog, come on now. But yeah, basically, the concept is that, like, to me, I have, I wouldn't even say it's like two separate things. It's like it's the same like voice, but then like one is where the feelings come from. Like, oh, I feel angry right now, or I feel sad right now, or I feel hungry, or whatever I feel at that time. Hot, cold, I feel, right? And then the other one is like, oh, I think that this will happen, and I think that, and I think that. But the feely one is the one that knows. That's the baby. That's the one that you have to take care of, the feeling one. You have to like look after that motherfucker, because that nigga can get unruly like a motherfucker, fam. That nigga will just go away, fam, and then next thing you know, yeah, he having a mad outburst, fam. Because you forgot about the baby and you was just focused on big, the thinking mind. The thinking, I think that this will happen. I think that if I do this, then this will happen. Or I think that if I behave like this person should also behave like this, because they surely think the same. No, they don't. They don't. They do not. But
Word.
it's like you have to have them both in accord. You got to think and feel the same thing at the same time. If you are in a situation where you feel something, you have to do something to like turn that feeling into something different, something positive, something else. If it's not, if it's not going to turn into anything positive right there, just leave it. Just leave it. Just disengage with that, whatever it is. Go do something else for a bit. You know what I mean?
You're right. You're right, man.
Go do something else for a little while, and then at some point, the resolution will appear in front of you. But it's because you got baby and big aligned. You know what I'm saying? You told baby like, yo, listen, I think I understand what you're trying to say, right? But I think, baby, that you should chill out. And then other times, the baby should also be like, hey, man, I feel like we could do this. I feel
Yeah.
like you don't think that we can do this, but like I feel like I know that we can do this. I know it. And you should listen to it.
Yeah.
And then once they like align like that and they working together like that, fam. Fam.
Yeah, it's so mad, man. Like, I remember, again, when I was speaking to my pops and shit, he said something similar. He was like, the I guess the secret code, the cheat code to all of this shit is when you can get the heart and the mind to agree and work in unison. Because a lot of times the heart will want something and the mind will say like, nah. And the mind will be like, you know what, this is a good thing. And the heart will be like, nah. And if you can find a way to get the heart and the mind to work in unison together, you're unstoppable. Like once the heart believes and the mind can figure out how to do it, you're unstoppable. Do you get what I mean? And it's like it's a similar concept to the big baby thing in it. It's like if you can get the duality of your being to move in synchronicity and shit, like you're unstoppable. Do you get what I mean? Like there's nothing that can kind of stand in your way in that element. You know what I mean?
For real. It's like, man, I don't know. I always sound like I know what I'm talking about when I'm saying all this shit, innit? I should always let people know, listen, I'm just like you, fam. I've got no idea as well, fam. I just hear the shit and it sounds right to me. Your shit sounds correct to me, fam. And I just think, yeah, that's it, fam. That must be it, fam. Because then I try it out in my real world and I'm like, oh, fuck, it does work. Oh,
Yeah.
shit. God damn. Like right now, fam, I've got, fam, this laptop that I've got now, yeah, it's just that like I didn't get like the proper charger for it because like long story. So I'm trying to like do a finesse job in it, and like I just gotta like just leave it plugged in, and then like it will charge. But if I try and use it, then it will like stop charging in it. So I just like leave it plugged in. But it's like once I get back to the crib and I've like sorted everything out, it's like yeah, fam, I got like this laptop there that fucking I just get to use.
Yeah.
Like, boom. I didn't like. At one point, I was like, damn, I need a new laptop. Damn, I need a new. In fact, at one point, I was like, damn, I need to move cribs, but I don't know where I'm gonna find a crib.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, you ain't even like trying to search for a house. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna search at some point when we're getting like close to the time when I want to move and shit. I didn't even have to search for them. Just got a call like, hey, we bought a house. Do you want to move in? It's like,
Yeah.
shit, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Boom. Oh, hey, this lady at my work, she doesn't want these nice leather sofas. They're massive. Fam, these sofas are, fam, incredible, fam. Mad,
Right.
fam.
Right.
Oh, this lady at work, this bougie lady at work doesn't want these sofas. She got some new ones delivered. Do you want them? All you have to do is pay for the delivery. Shit, hell yeah. The fuck?
Run it.
Fam. All this shit, fam. It's just like it just... And people look at me, I think, like, in in a strange kind of like, they're kind of like afraid for me, or like they kind of like, they don't really get it, so like maybe it's a bit weird or like whatever, but like, man, that shit worked like a motherfucker, fam.
Nah, legit, man. And that's the thing, innit? It's like when you submit yourself to just that pacing of life, like things maneuver in your favor. Do you know what I mean? Like, nah, like it's
But I think I'm too laid back, do you know what I mean? Maybe that's why it worked for me, because I don't like, yeah, it gotta be like some super serious shit for me to like panic like that, fam.
right.
You know what I mean? It gotta be like some, like, some either
Otherworldly,
like some spiritual shit, or like some fucking, I don't know,
real shit.
yeah,
Like,
some like, oh yeah, nah, the danger's in my face right now. Like, well, not like the danger, but you know what I'm saying, like the whatever situation is like
yeah,
here right
yeah,
now. Yeah, then with this, yeah, like. But man, usually, you know what I mean, in like situations with like people or occasions and shit, man, I have people say ill shit, fam, and like I just laugh, right? Because I'm like, haha, that's so silly. Because I'm gonna now spend the rest of this time trying to convince you that I'm not what you just said I am, and then you gonna be like, oh yes you are, and then we gonna like beat each other up, right? And somebody's gonna win, right? But then whoever wins out of that scenario is still like, you're still stupid and ignorant, and I've just
yeah,
been in a fight and injured now.
yeah. Well, I did need to be in one.
Like we didn't, like nothing changed. You didn't like gain any insight. I didn't gain any insight from you. I still am looking at you like you're stupid and ignorant.
Yeah, and
Nothing's
vice versa.
happened.
Yeah,
Yeah. I might think like you got hands now, but still, I still think you're stupid and ignorant.
yeah. Nah, Lidge.
But then that's just me though. And maybe I'm stupid and ignorant. Do you know what I mean? In my own way. In fact, yeah, I am. I am.
Now, we all are to some degree. Do you know what I mean? We all have stupid ignorance in us. Do you know what I mean? It's just maybe the times where it's exemplified, times where, again, when shit hits the fan, what are the characteristics that you display? To get what I mean? Like, what are the things that you call upon to help you get through shit? Do you call upon logic and reason and understanding and empathy, and like, do you call on these things, or do you just call on the more base energies that also exist? You know what I mean? Like,
Or are you out here like the Kardashians call?
nah, legit, legit.
Nah, but yeah, it's crazy, fam. The amount of power that we have over, you know, how things play out for us, fam. It's like there's always something else that's gonna convince you that, oh nah, that shit gonna be fucked up for you, and this always gonna be fucked up for you, and then
Yeah,
you get trapped in the, oh man, shit's so bullshit, I can't get out of this thing, and like, oh man, these debts is killing me, and well, if you say that and you say it every day, fam, what's gonna happen, fam? It's just gonna
what's
keep
gonna happen?
happening. It's just gonna keep piling up. You're gonna keep racking up more debts and more debts and piling up more debts and more debts because you're talking about it, fam.
Yeah, you're
You're
speaking it
talking
into
about it.
life,
You
innit?
just say it on that shit all day, every day, fam.
No,
You
for
should
real.
more focus on your future house and your future car, your future wife, future kids, fam. Think about that shit. For you, obviously, you've already got yours, so you just picture what your future will be looking like.
No, for
That's a bad waste of your mental energy, fam. I mean, yeah, even, yeah, if you're gonna waste it.
yeah. If you're gonna waste it on something good in it.
Like,
Like, waste it on something that will benefit you as opposed to hinder you. You know what I mean? Nah, for real, bro. You spitting, man. You spitting, man.
yeah, my fault. I just be running with the ball sometimes.
Bro, listen, after last week, fam, I want you to run with the ball, and I want you to run and pass and do all the things you need to do, fam, so you can get your stats in, you know what I mean?
Fam. Nah. I think my most interesting thing that I had was the cargo cults thing. If you want like more information about that, you should check out Billy Carson, Forbidden Knowledge,
Right.
like for the number and then bidden knowledge.
Right.
He don't, fam. He break it down like a motherfucker, fam. Like, yeah, he broke it down to us like, yeah, it's broke forever now, fam.
Oh shit, like that sort of thing, yeah.
Oh yeah, nah, it's broke forever, fam.
This is not an ad, by the way.
yeah, because when he started elaborating on like the cargo cults thing, and he was talking about how these people would inevitably deify these people that have like further technology than them, and then he started pulling out like the Bibles and all like the Torahs and the Qurans and all that, and he's like listing all these like verses that talk about like tech basically, but like in a, I guess,
Biblical way.
like never seen nothing like this kind of way. It's like,
Yeah.
imagine if you never seen a car, right? And then you see the thing like rolling past. How would you describe that shit?
Yeah,
To you,
for real. It's like a beast,
an animal
yeah.
beast or something, isn't it? And it doesn't have legs; it has wheels, fam. And
But it roars like a lion. You know what I mean? It roars like a lion.
continuously, fam. Just
yeah. And it's faster than anything you've seen. Like, yeah.
You know what I mean? And then lo and behold, you see something hopping out of there, fam.
And it's certain element.
This beast, fam.
Yeah, for real.
You must be God or something. You must be God or something, right? And yeah, when he started going there, because he pulled up lots and lots of references, for like a lot of references, fam.
Do you like remember any of the stuff that kind of like pulled up?
It was too much, fam. It's like a 2-hour video, fam.
Right.
Like what I was pulling out to you there about the cargo cult stuff is like the stuff that I vividly detailed remember. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
But like he talked about the Garden of Eden and stuff like that, and how basically that was like an experiment that these the Elohim did. Basically, these Elohim people were like, the Anunnakis. They came from somewhere, and they needed some element that was like abundant on Earth or whatever. I think it was like gold or something like that. And but not just like gold, like what gold nuggets or whatever, because that's all over the shop. But like the I don't know what's it called, monatomic gold or something like that. That's like hard to get, fam. That's not easy to just get, fam.
Monatomic gold.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so these people, wherever they came from wherever they came from to get that shit. They're here, they're doing their thing, and they're like, damn, this is too hard work, fam. This is far too hard work, fam. And then they took people that were already here, and then they started like doing some mad like experimenty type shit, or a type of people that were already here did some shit.
When you say here, where do you mean?
Here, like Earth here.
Right.
Did some shit. But then they realized that, damn, these other created beings that we've made can't like reproduce in it. And they kept like finding that with everything that they tried to do, it just wouldn't work. So what they ended up doing was like they basically had one of their women like bring the child to term. So they got like the Adam guy, and then they got like the Eve girl, and they did their thing or whatever, and they took the egg out there and had it like implanted into this other lady so that she could like bring it to term, because she's like one of the Elohim people, and so like that give them like a part of the DNA that I guess would enable them to like, yeah, do the thing. And so yeah, that happens and it works, successful, all that. And then yeah, it goes into the whole story of how like Enki and then Lil like basically were beefing because like one of them felt like they should let the created beings be like free and sentient,
Right.
by just like unlocking the part of their own DNA that they put in us. Like if you just told them like certain things, they'd understand like, oh damn, I can like unlock a whole nother like side of me. I can like think and reason and fucking all sorts. I can make my own decisions. I can do my own thing. I can impose my own actual will on the world that I've seen around me. I don't just have to be a subject. But then the other one was like, ah, fam, you fucking it up, bro. Because if you tell this one guy and this one girl, it's not like they were the only ones that were there that they made. They were just the first ones that could like reproduce. Hence being the first man and the first woman. Yeah.
And they were just the ones that could do it in a sense.
Right, so if you start telling these two how to do it, they're still essentially the exact same as these other guys. And like you're gonna fuck up the experiment basically, innit? Hence why Adam and Eve had to get kicked out of the garden once they found out the truth about the shit.
Okay.
Because they can't stay in there and sully the experiment now. They gotta get the fuck out of here. Why you think there was gods at the thing, fam? A beautiful garden with fruits and flowers and beautiful wildlife all growing, and it's beautiful. It's all love, and God made it so that it could be perfect. And then there's gods there to guard against what and who.
Yeah.
So that people can get in or out, fam. Because there was like a big lab, fam.
Because it was a quarantined experiment, innit?
Yeah, watch that Billy Carlson thing, fam.
Okay, now I'm gonna have to tune into that. Because you intriguing me, Matt. You intriguing me now, like.
Yeah, fam. Because I first started watching it, then I was like, oh man, it's gonna be just the same as all these other niggas that be like, yeah, in the Bible here it said, and all right. But then nah, he was like, alright, listen, all these books right here, I've read them all millions of times. I can tell you word for word all of them right now here, and I can take you to every scripture that I've identified that is there. So that is that in every single one of these things. And then take it a step further. I've done the research enough to take it back, not only to like the Greek translation or the translation before, but like the original, like what was actually copied to then create like all these other copies. And it's like, yeah, nah, even when they say God, like big G O D, it's really like gods as in like small G O D S, like plural, because the Elohim were not like, it wasn't like a single nigga fam. It was like a bunch of niggas fam. Yeah. It was like a family basically, like a dynasty, and they basically were like wrestling for control of the outpost so that they could have bragging rights to their old man, kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah, that's the one. Do you know what I mean? Type of shit. I think I might have maybe even fucked up the story there, but like, yeah, something to that effect, fam. Something to that effect. It was like two brothers. That's the whole Osiris and Oset and Jesus and the devil and fucking all that, like all the dualities of the thing is like, yeah, it all like stems from like these two brothers basically like wanting more control over more territory. So they'd obviously like send their little faction of humans that they've got, like that they've built up, to go and like tear down one of theirs, and then they'll take that. And it's like they're fighting these proxy wars to, you know what I mean, keep control of basically everything.
That is so mad.
Huh?
Now, I'm saying that's a mad thing, innit? Like when you kind of deep it and just Like,
Yeah, because then you see the red and the blue, the black and the white. There's always some kind of like a competition. Think about it. Even in like football, yeah, there's the black and the white involved, yeah, because the ref wears some kind of like a combination of black and white. If the teams don't,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Chessboard, the most competitive, brutal, mental game that there is, fam.
black and white.
It's black and white, fam. And what do you do in there, fam? It's war, innit?
Warfare,
You
fam.
killing niggas, fam. Every time you eat one of them little pawns, you just stab the nigga, fam.
For real.
Bet you ain't never thought about it like that, right?
And it gives way more credence when people say they're playing a higher game of chess in it. Like,
Man, it's different, fam.
that's
It's different, fam. Yeah, but I've gone off. All right, yeah, that's enough now.
nah. Go, fam, go, because it's interesting stuff in it. Like, it's interesting to hear about. Do you get what I mean? Like, was there anything else that man had said that you kind of found like intriguing?
Wow. I mean, specifically in connection with the whole like that. He also went on to be like starting to describe how the Gnostics and them man like viewed this thing, and basically they thought that the God of the Bible was basically the evil one of the brothers, but he had convinced people that the other brother was the evil one because he freed the
Right.
people in it. But then obviously because he doesn't want them to be free, he told them like, oh yeah, do you know, like for you to be like a good person to me and I love you and y'all love me and I bless y'all loads and all that, y'all gotta like follow my rules in it. But then if you don't, then that means you with him, fam. And we don't fuck with him over this side. If you with him, head gone, fam.
Yeah.
True with
Top
him right now, yeah, kind of thing. So like, it's like you can see it. You know what I mean? Man will be like, oh yeah, don't kill people and don't steal from niggas and all that shit. But then in the next like verse, he'll tell niggas to go to the next city, sack that shit, kill all the women, all the children,
everybody in it.
everybody, fam. Anybody that's walking and breathing, fam, kill him, fam. And then take the shit, yeah. Take the shit, yeah. In fact, now, if you find if you find people with like something about like a marking or something like that, if you find those that have a mark, then you spare them. But everyone else, yeah, gone, fam. If you find a woman that you like, yeah, take her, fam. That's yours now, fam.
Real.
This the same nigga that said thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal. Love thy neighbor. And yeah, just little shit. The little things that he pointed out like that. And it's like, they believe that that guy, the eviler brother, is the one that people have now like put as the Yahweh, the creator God.
Right.
But then he obviously is not the creator God because he kind of express it in a it's not very creatorish.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like you're very human, fam. You get angry and shit. You get jealous. You get judgy. You want to kill niggas and shit. You know what I'm saying? You want to favor
But then
niggas.
in
Very
the
human.
next breath, it's like love and peace and
And
all of
love thy
that.
neighbor, the next reference, fam. But you gonna get mad if I love my neighbor more than I love you, fam. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Very human, isn't it? It's very
Come on
human.
now. That's very human. God, the creator, could give two shits, fam. He probably made this and fucked off and went to go make some other shit, bro. What makes you
Yeah.
think that he's sitting right here? He already left you enough of him for you to like be able to communicate with him and be in contact with man. Why would he still be here, bro? He gone making some other shit, fam. Making some other dreams happen somewhere in another part of the dimensions in the universe, fam.
No, for real. And that's the thing, like as human beings, we tend to personify things in it. We tend to think of everything in human terms. So like when people like religion and shit, they talk about God and da 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 da. It's like there's a lot of human things put on God. Because again, even growing up in church and shit, and you read shit like, "Thy God is a jealous God." It's like, really? Like jealous? Like a bitch get jealous? Like really?
Mate,
Like that seems a bit insecure for the creator of all. You know what I mean? Like,
how the nigga that made everything jealous of his own thing that he made? What? Fam, how could that? That's like you being like, oh damn, man, that song did so great. I'm so jealous of that song. I'm gonna like delete it right now because I'm so angry at that song because I'm jealous at it doing good. It's fucking nuts. What?
bro, that's your shit, fam. Like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, how are you jealous of your own? If you don't like it, then change it, bro.
Yeah.
And like, even in the simplest way, yeah, just the concept of like, yo, God is the Almighty. There's nothing more powerful than God. God controls all things. Yeah. Aye. If God loves us, why he don't just get rid of evil in the world? Like that seems like a really naive, childish question. But when you break it down to its simple parameter, it's like, well, if you're telling me this guy is all love and there's nothing like this is all a love thing, then why he let fuck shit happen? And it's like you said, when you realize that if you take into consideration, let me say, like, oh shit, maybe there was two of these niggas, and the one nigga who was on some fuck shit convinced everybody that he was on some good shit. Because how many times do we see that play out in everyday life? Where there's somebody who's famous for years, Kevin Spacey, fam, famous for years, movie star, decorating, this, that, and the third, and he doing fuck shit, bro.
Man. You say
You know what I mean?
that? You got niggas out here, these little billionaire niggas, you know what I'm saying, posturing like they're doing fucking charity work and they giving to the community and shit. Meanwhile, they bullshitting just to balance their books, fam. And all that money just goes to some fucking trust fund that they control and buys all their shit anyway. So it's like, oh yeah, double win, fam. I look good in front of the people and I keep my money. Like, y'all niggas, man. Playing, what's the thing? Hide in your hand. Not the throwing stones one. It's about cards. Fucking hell, fam.
I don't know, you know.
Damn. Yeah, but it's like y'all niggas is trying to do some trickery ass shit out here, fam.
Yeah,
Those that can see, fam. Like that's one of them two brothers manifesting right there. I know which one that is, fam.
yeah,
That's the posturing one, fam. Man,
and
the
it's
other
like,
one didn't give a fuck. He was just like, yo, fam, do what the fuck you want, fam. I just want you to know the shit, fam. Know it. But
and it's like that's the duality that exists inside all of us. You get what I mean? That same, the two brothers. You talk about Biggs and Baby in it. Like it's the same duality that exists inside all of us. You know what I mean? It's like there are these two entities that coexist, and for a long time, one is trying to get power over the other. So, quote unquote, your evil side is trying to get power over your good side, and your good side trying to get power over your evil side and shit. But the two coexist like Neo and Mr. Anderson, where one can't exist without the other. Do you get what I mean? They coexist like up and down, like left and right. You know what I mean? Like where for there to be one, there has to be the other. Otherwise, one doesn't exist. You know what I mean? And it's like, again, I always, oh, not always, but I've tried to approach a set of thinking where it's like, as opposed to look at the good or the bad, quote unquote, look at what is productive, what makes you feel good, what makes you feel alive, and you know what I mean, like what empowers you to want to get up tomorrow and do shit, and try to lean into that as much as you can. Do you get what I mean? Try to. And again, I think especially with say something like music and shit, say you do something like that, it's like a lot of people will look at it through the eyes of, all right, well, I need to get this many streams, I need to get this many views, and I need to make sure my engagement and my this and my that. Like niggas think about everything except the music. And for my own sort of creation purpose, what I've tried to kind of approach it in a sense of is like, if nobody goes on this shit, it's okay, because this may not be about right now. This may be about 10 years down the line, and they
You know
need
what I
to
mean?
hear, and this is the thing they need to hear. You know what I mean? It's like, it's not about instant gratification, because we live in the microwave era where if you don't see some kind of instant result, then shit's not going right.
It
People
must be
invest
bullshit,
in
right?
stocks and all that sort of shit, and the stock go down. Oh fuck, the stock is going down. Oh shit, da 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 da. It's like, listen, if people who bought Bitcoin back in the early 2000s, if they had followed all of the shit, they would have no shit now. Shit goes
Yeah.
up and shit come down, fam. But you know what happens when it comes down? It goes back up, fam, and then it'll come down, and it'll go back up, and
And
it'll
again,
come down, because one can't exist without the other. Do you get what I mean? Like, up and down need each other to exist, fam. Like, when we go through life and shit happens, it's like we have to understand that these things happen for a reason and for a purpose, and there's always something to be taken and learned from whatever situation has happened. You know what I mean?
yeah, very
And as long
true.
as you try to frame your mind around that concept, like, you want to gold, you know what I mean? You want to something good. If you could try and look at everything in life like, all right, what can I learn from this? What can I take from this? What's going to make things better moving forward? As opposed to, oh, everything is shit. We can't do this and we can't do that and we
You know
can't
what
and
I
we
mean?
can't and we can't. And, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I'll be trying to steer niggas away from them kind of conversations. We can't. It's like, yeah, but we could do something right now. Feel me? We could do anything right now. Something.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then, I don't know. Maybe I also get like that because it's like, oh, there's a thing. I don't know if I can, like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? There's a thing that keeps happening that I've noticed recently, right? It's like, I guess the homies, they want to help me, right? They want to, like, I guess, like, help me to, like, get back active again with the music thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
They all got a lot of suggestions. Oh, you should do this. Oh, you should do that. Oh, yeah. Oh, you should make this. You should make this happen. Oh, you should do this. Yeah. Yeah. But y'all niggas don't even know what I wanted to do with the shit. Y'all niggas ain't even wanna, like, sit down properly and, like, hear the record properly. Like, you know what I'm saying? How am I gonna, like, how we gonna work the record if y'all niggas ain't never heard the record?
Yeah.
Or if y'all niggas couldn't, like, at least listen to the whole record before we start talking about, like, what we could do with it. Because how do you know what you're gonna do with it?
If you've not heard it. Yeah.
You ain't heard it. Furthermore, how you gonna assume that I don't have all this ideas and all this shit, like, being put into place right now? You know what I mean? No one ever asked, like, oh, alright, so what's the situation? What you trying to do with this shit? How you trying to, like, put it forward or whatever? Like, nobody ever. But then when I be non-receptive, oh yeah, you was combative. Oh, you never want to hear no ideas. Come on, man.
Right.
But this is not everyone, though. Do you know what I mean? I had a similar, like, talk with Magz earlier today, and he did point out that, like, you know, sometimes, like, you just gotta, like, you know what I'm saying, even just hear it out or whatever. I'm like, yeah, I do be hearing that shit out. I don't be, like, dismissing the shit, you know what I'm saying? I let the idea, I, like, hear the idea, but then I think to myself, like, yeah, but, like, there's no continuity there, do you know what I mean? I've got, like, a thing that I want to do that's, like, it's gonna, like, be done properly. You know what I mean? Like, the journey for the listener from, like, discovering a song for the first time, whichever song it might be, like, all that shit got, like, be done. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's more so what I'm, like, focusing on right now, fam.
Yeah.
Yeah, all that is cool, fam. All that is cool. Yeah, get out there, be out there, whatever. But, like, if I be out there and be like, yo, you man, come to my house, but then I fucking live in the alleyway next door to a nice crib. Like, shit's useless, fam. So I'm trying to
Yeah.
like build the crib, but then, yeah, it's just, yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just being all like artsy and in my feels about the shit. I don't know.
Which there's always going to be an element of. There'll always be an element of that when you create something in it. Like, there'll always be that kind of artsy thing. But I think as long as you're always receptive to hearing ideas, and even if you
Oh, for
disagree
sure.
with them, you understand why you disagree with them and you understand why you have a difference of opinion, then I don't see anything wrong with that. Because I get a similar sort of thing. Do you get what I mean? People will come like, oh, maybe try this or maybe try that. And it's like, okay, like, I hear that. I do hear that, and I'll take that on board, but I understand the direction I'm trying to go in, and it's not necessarily conducive to that. But
You know what I mean?
I'll take the information you've given me, and I'll retain that, so that if that should ever seem a bit more thing, then cool in it.
And
But then at the same time, something in your mind tells you like, get out of your own way. You know what I mean? It's like something says like, you know what? Maybe someone's telling you something that you should just fucking listen. You know what I mean? It's like, it's just a constant, as you said, the two brothers from. It's like a constant back and forth, and you have to just try to take in as much information as you can in order to execute the plans and ideas you have in the best. You know what I mean? Like,
nah, yeah, fam. Like, see, when I get, like, let's say, information or ideas about, like, how I can do something, if I've never thought of that shit before, I'll be like, God damn, you know what? God damn, you're so right. God damn. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, you're right. I'm going to use that. But then if it's like, oh yeah, now I've thought about that, and it's like, yeah, that's cool for like a quick like this, but then I'm trying to like build it. Do you know what I mean? I can't just like freestyle with like a one brick over there and be like, yeah, that's the corner of the crib.
yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna end up with crooked walls, fam. My shit ain't gonna stand up straight, fam.
Nah, legit shit gonna be leaning back like Fat Joe in it.
You know what I mean? It's scared to even like walk inside from they'll be like, hey, I mean, I lied to you and shit. You know what I'm saying? Shit look nice from outside. We can't just see from outside, just open the door real quick. And you'll be like, nah, it's safe, trust is safe, y'all come in. Nah, yeah. Oh, you got
Nah, we
backyard?
gonna stand out here. We gotta stand out here. It's all right. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
no.
we'll
We'll
go
just stand
around
out
to
here.
the backyard, fam. We'll go around to the backyard and have a look into the living room and the kitchen from there, fam. I'm sure it's nice. Oh, the sofas look comfortable.
Really?
But the walls, though, cousin. Shaky.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
But yeah, man, I don't know. I just thought it was an interesting phenomenon that keeps like occurring. It's like, oh,
Right.
guys, I thought about all that shit, fam.
Yeah.
All that shit that you saying, fam. I thought about all that shit, but I don't want to sound like a dickhead. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. You don't want to sound like
I
out
only
of here.
thought,
Like, yeah.
yeah, you know what I mean? Or I don't want to like be dismissive because maybe you might tell me something that I hadn't thought of, like in that like thing, like in that like you retelling me this idea that I've already had. Maybe you might tell me something new. Who knows? Yeah.
And that's the thing, innit? It's like you've always got to be open to new ideas and new suggestions while still remaining focused on what you're trying to achieve. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah. It's
Yeah. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Ah, man, I need to get my fucking fam. Yeah, I need to get my shit in gear, fam.
listen, man. There's no rush, fam. Like, you can't look at the clock in it. Like, everything happens when it's supposed to happen. You know what I mean? Everything is as it is and is as it's supposed to be. And if you in the spirit where you're like, I need to get my shit together, then you just start getting your shit together, bro. And the shit will fall in line the way it's supposed to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah, man. I ain't like rushing it, but yeah, it's like maybe maybe this is taking a little long. Come on now, throwing up
Well,
the lights.
you know what, man? We live in a world now where niggas like Kendrick Lamar can drop every like 6-7 years. Do you get what I mean? It's like the you know what, one thing I've really thought about, like and really kind of had on my mind recently, is the concepts that, especially in like black hip hop, rap, whatever you want to call it, there was this notion that was sold to us, this idea of like, yo, man recorded like 10 tracks in a day, man recorded like 20 tracks in a day. And I feel like that was some weird FBI, like Illuminati shit. Because what I've realized is there's niggas who record 20 tracks a day and cool, but if all 20 of those tracks don't mean anything and you're not saying anything on them, what's the point? If I take 4 weeks to make one track, but that track speaks to people's souls, fam, then who's really done a job? You know what I mean? Like, who's really done what they were supposed to do? And I
But
feel
then
like,
you're
go
assuming
on.
that they also wrote those 10 songs in a day, fam. But they just
Exactly.
recorded them bitches, hear me?
Exactly. But even if you assume that they wrote them, fam, it's the same concept in it. It's
Yeah.
like we like artists and shit were sold this idea of, yo, you need to record as much shit as you can, and like, yo, man who record like 10 tracks in a day, they the goats, and you know what I mean, all that kind of shit. But I don't know, just recently, just you know, you look around and you hear certain things and you, oh, let me check out
I'm
this
like,
track and check
that's
out this.
mad.
And you're like, yo, all of this is shit, fam. Like, with all due respect to it, with all like love and
All
shit, but
this
it's
is
like no one's saying anything, bro. All of this is cack, bro. Like no one's saying anything, fam. And it's like, rah,
yeah, but
man release tracks like this every week because they want to stay consistent, stay a thing. But if you release one thing every couple of years that speaks to people for years, then who did their job? Do you know what I mean? Frank Ocean to this day regarded a legend, bro, because of shit he did
he
years
said
ago,
a
fam.
couple 1, 2 things time ago, fam.
You know what I mean? Because of shit he did years ago, fam. Legend status. And anything he come and say now, people got time for it because da 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 da. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
he's
it's just
going to
like
say something,
the
for
the
sure.
notion of like, rah, the more shit that you can do in a short period of time that makes you good. It's like that's some bullshit. Like, because certain man got 96 bars of nothing, bro. 96 bars and they ain't said a word. You know what I mean? Like, just of complete cack and horse shittery. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, just in the creative process, say all of that to say, don't ever feel rushed or on a clock or on like a time lapse, I guess. Obviously you want that rush in your soul to be like, all right, let's get this shit pushing. Like, you want to put that thing on yourself, but don't ever feel like it's a thing of like time is of the essence. Although time is of the essence, like it's still, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Time is, like I was saying, you going to be back. You got all the time in existence, fam. All the time in existence to get whatever lessons that you're supposed to get, whatever freaking, oh, that's it's you, man, that are fucking me up, fam. I just caught you slacking, fam. Yeah, y'all niggas got me fucked up around here, dog. Hell no. That is not what we are doing around here. It's a mosquito in my room, and
Oh shit. I couldn't tell if you were still talking to me or if you were talking to certain in your room and it, like I couldn't quite tell what was going on. Like, I was trying to roll with it and you know what I mean? And be like,
you were
okay,
like,
like,
alright.
yeah, you right, you right, you right.
Hell no, dog. Yeah, I got bit the other day, and I was wondering how the fuck is that, fam? I thought I had this thing that's out there in the news these days, fam. And I was like, oh, that's fake anyways, fam. That ain't nothing, fam. I probably looked at it, I was like, that's a mosquito bite, fam. But I got a mosquito bite, fam.
Yeah, where are the mosquitoes in the UK, fam? Where they at, bro?
Fam, apparently
Because they're here. Because they're here. Because you're not the
Nah,
only person I've heard talk about mosquitoes here, fam. Like, they're here. I've heard enough people and I've had enough experiences myself where it's like, all right, they here, but where they at, fam? Like, where?
near the water, fam.
New York, like
Like, yeah,
Morecambe
yeah,
side,
like,
innit?
nah, this like Southampton, innit? Like
Yeah,
Portsmouth
yeah.
kind of area, so like obviously there's bare waters
Ah,
about somewhere,
yeah, yeah,
bare
yeah,
like
yeah.
the canals and
Because you got
what
kind of by the sea in it, like, because Portsmouth is right at the
yeah,
bottom in it, like, yeah,
yeah. So them niggas must be doing a fucking long ass journey, fam. They can't get the Uber Eats, fam. They gotta go through the food. They gotta go
they,
through the food, fam.
yeah, they gotta go collect that shit in it.
I mean, mosquitoes can't get Uber Eats.
Fuck it up. Oh shit, man.
Fucking hell. But nah, man. It's nice though down here. It's nice. I haven't seen much of it. People's not friendly from there. Everybody you walk past, hi, hello, good morning, good afternoon, hey, what's up?
Right, right,
It's
right,
almost
right.
like, hey, y'all niggas is being a little like excessive with this shit, because even niggas in the north don't be like, hey, what's up, like this much, fam. Like, yeah, head nod,
How
fam.
many days you been there now?
It's like the second week.
Oh shit. Okay,
Yeah,
okay, okay.
yeah, but everybody in my friendly fam. It's cool though. I like it. I like it. All the
No,
old
that's good.
ladies, they don't seem scared. Usually,
It
all the
seems like
old
a
ladies.
genuine friendliness, like
Yeah, man. Usually they seem a bit like shook and shit, but they're
yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Hi, how you doing? Good morning.
Oh, that's good. That's what you want, innit? That's what you want, innit?
You have a great day, lady. Oh, you have a great day, old man. Go ahead.
And you know what? You know what I mean? To not even add nothing like that, but it's probably a nice break from the crib and the dramas and just kind of that whole shit. It's probably just nice to be in a different space in it, like
Yeah. Even just like mentally, you know what I mean? Just
yeah,
having something to focus on. Do you know what I mean? Because that's where I
yeah,
think where I was getting fucked up at. Like, I mean, I got focus, but then it's like there's no structure there. Do you know what I mean? I didn't have
right,
like
right,
a rigid structure that I will like adhere to. I'd do the work, get the work done, but then no structure. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
to the
yeah,
point
yeah,
where like so structureless that, do you know what I mean? Like certain things that I should have patterned just didn't pattern.
right, 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 right,
I'm
right,
just
right,
like,
right.
nah, you need to like, you know what I'm saying? You need like some kind of like an element to balance it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's what these things
Sometimes.
do sometimes, in it. Like they give you that element of structure, the element of like, all right, you've got to adhere to these times or be, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, nigga, wake up at 5:45 every morning now. God damn.
jeez. So you do the same thing like tomorrow morning,
Yeah,
and you on the pod all this time now. Give some guy, make it for my guy Will, fam.
yeah, fam. Normal, fam.
But at least it's a thing where, as you said, obviously you got to get up, whatever. But you can kind of structure your own day as long as you get what you need to do done in it. Like you can just
Yeah.
do, yeah.
It's cool, man. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot.
That's dope, man. That's dope, man. That's dope, man. And again, hopefully, you can make some like connections, and you can just have some experiences that just help you along the journey that you're going on. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Man, I've no doubt whatever I'm supposed to find down here, I'm about to find it. Fam. Whatever it is
yeah,
that I'm supposed to like bump into on these jobs, fam. It'll just keep happening. It'll just keep
yeah,
just happening in a period. Oh, look, you're in the right place. Oh, look at that. Right next to the thing, like the hotel where you staying. This and this. Oh, you should go there. Oh, that would be cool. Blah, 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 all
Legit.
that type of
Yeah,
shit.
legit.
No doubt, fam. No doubt, fam. It happens all
Nah,
the time, anyways, fam. Just
nah,
in
for
normal
real.
life.
For
So,
real,
yeah.
fam. And they say luck is when opportunity meets preparation in it. You know what I mean? So it's like once you're in a position to just be in these spaces where shit is just going on and shit, it's like you prepared for those spaces. Do you know what I mean? Like you have enough behind you to be like, all right, yeah, cool. Let's go through this door, or let's, you know what I mean? Let's explore this option, or whatever it may be.
Yeah, for real. Nice. Yeah. Fucking hell. I just, yeah. Fucking hell. Too much things to think about, fam.
Give me one of them. Give me one of the things you're thinking about.
Man. I was thinking about this the other day. I feel like there gotta be some way to, like, just clear everything out.
Right.
You know what I mean? But not like in a destructive way. But in a way where you just, like, clear everything out. You're not necessarily dashing it away. You're not necessarily, destroying it or whatever. You're just,
Clearing it.
yeah, clearing it out of the way so the mind can move freely again. Because I feel like that's the reason why there's so much dramas and conflicts and things around me at the
Right.
moment. And like,
Right.
yeah, man, it's like it's weird, fam. Because I got like my mum calling and being like, "Yo, are you good?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm straight." And she like, "Nah, you don't seem straight." I'm like, "Nah, for real, ma, I'm straight. I'm just, you know what I mean?" She like, alright. You say so. It's
Right.
like, yeah, but I'm good though. I feel normal. But then it's like, do you though?
That's the thing, innit? You gotta ask yourself, like, do you actually, fam? Like, you know what I mean? And a lot of times, if you are in a situation where you live in close proximity to another person or other people, what happens a lot of times is the energy that they carry, that energy sticks on you in it, and it can be a thing you don't really notice because you're there and you kind of just used to how to manage and shit. But it's like, the Bible says, show me who your friends are and I'll tell you who you are. Do you get what I mean? And it's to sort of speak to like the people that are around you. There's a shared energy, whether you like it or not. So as much as you're rubbing off on somebody else, they can also be rubbing off on you. You know what I mean? And it's like a lot of times parents, and particularly like mothers and shit. Well, no, fathers too, but parents in particular, sometimes they can look at shit and be like, "Yo, yeah, aight, fam." And in yourself, you're like, "Yeah, I'm straight. Like I'm cool." But you don't even realize that somebody else's energy is rubbed off on you, fam. And like, you know what I mean? You carrying that energy and you don't even realize you're carrying it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, for real, it can happen, fam.
yeah.
I'll be places sometimes and I just feel like, sometimes I just feel a bit like, but then like 30 seconds ago, I'm straight, fam.
Yeah.
Fucking,
Yeah.
we're having a great time. And then all of a sudden, get mad, fam. Why am I getting mad? Oh shit, I'm not mad at anything. I'm just eating crisps and watching a video. What could I be mad about?
Yeah. Yeah. And you at least have that thing in yourself where you can check that in yourself. So when you notice it, you're like, wait. What am I mad about, bro? And like you check it, you know what I mean? A lot of people don't have that thing where they check that shit. they just indulge in that feeling, you know what I mean? They just live in their feelings sort of thing, like, yeah, some of thing.
Yeah, free up yourself, man.
Free up yourself for real.
Befriend yourself. That's the best way to go about it.
Nah,
Be
it's
the
true, man.
homie you, fam. Don't wait for the homies to help you out, fam. Help you out. You help you out.
Help you out and then you can help
Homies,
them, you know what I mean?
yeah, do you know what I mean? The homies might even could help you out. But as long as you can't help you out, you might even hinder the homies that's trying to help you out, fam. Because
For
now they're
real.
trying to save you. But you fucked up. So now you're trying to pull them down. Not on purpose, but it's just like drowning response, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
All over the shop, fam.
Drowning
Gotta be
response.
your own homie.
That's such an amazing term. That's such a great way to put it. It's a fucking drowning response. Like, when people are drowning, fam, they just grab and pull and just, because it's like a survival mode type thing, innit? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you, fam. That
No,
was just, yeah.
I had landed that plane. You good. Take the take off.
You were landed this week, yeah?
I got to land this time, fam.
Oh, shit, man. No, that's such a poignant way to put it, though. A drowning response, because when someone's in that process, fam, they ain't trying to hear all this, like, you dragging me down too shit. They just trying to pull and thing it. And you could end up dragging somebody else down with you, and in the process of trying to save yourself in it, like, which is why it's important, like, you save yourself, you know what I mean? Like, don't hinder somebody else's journey or hinder somebody else with the plagues of your shit, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, man.
figure out a way to help yourself, man. And as long as we all wake up in the morning and we draw breath and shit, and we get up and we have our mind and our bodies and shit, like, you can change your shit, man. You can change your shit, man. Like, the problem is just, if someone doesn't believe that, then how can you make them? You know what I mean?
But that's the beautiful thing. You just tell them, and then if they don't believe it, that's for their own. But then they're gonna see you doing your thing, and they can take it one of two ways. They can be like, "Ah, damn, how did you do that?" Or they can be like, "Ah, fuck that nigga, flexing his shit," right? But then that's now out of your control. You've done the part that you were supposed to do, the exposure. You exposed the person to the thing.
Right.
That whatever idea that it was, they said no. Okay, but they gonna see, they can hate, or they can be like, damn, how do I get like that?
Yeah. Yeah. And it's on them, innit? It's on them at the end of the day. Like, it's, you have
But
to make your own decision.
the first part is on you, fam. You know some shit. Tell them niggas,
Nah, you right. Nah, you right. You right. You right,
and
man.
then after that, yeah, you know what I mean. I mean, like if let's say like you planted the seed, yeah, you're not gonna like go back again and like plant the seed. You might go back and like water it and like check and see if like, oh, is it like doing something? But you won't like keep planting the seed. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're not
Yeah.
planting the seed every time that you visit that same spot. Because how would that work out? It'd be like a little cluster of trees or something.
Yeah, trust me, they're not gonna grow properly. They're too close together. Like, it's just too
Yeah,
much shit
man.
on top of it, innit?
You gotta go and plant another seed somewhere else, fam. And another seed somewhere else. And another seed somewhere else. These might be people, you know what I'm saying, relationships. These might be businesses. These might be like goals and targets. These might be like whatever, like lifestyle aims that you have or whatever it might be, fam.
Nah, for real. For real, nah, you right, broski.
If you
You
put a
right.
seed on background, don't beat yourself up like, oh gosh, my seeds, man, my valuable seeds. You've got endless of them, infinity of them. Just keep planting them, fam. Plant it here, plant it there, plant it here, plant it there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
You never know
Yeah,
which one will fruit, fam. You never know which one will even fruit the best fruit, fam.
that's it. Just because the seed doesn't grow where you initially plant it doesn't mean there's anything wrong with the seed. Sometimes it's just not the right season. Sometimes the soil isn't ready to take it. You know what I mean? Like there are so many other things that go into the shit. Do you get what I mean? It doesn't mean that there's a problem with the seed. It just means like, all right, I have to recoup and try and do this in a better way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's other factors at play.
And that's it,
You know
man.
what I mean?
Well,
There's different variables. Like in every situation, again, like I always think of it like this, right? I'm in my head, I'm always the variable in it. Like I I don't know. Not like I feel like everything else around me is like constant, but I feel like I'm usually the variable. Do you know what I mean? I
right.
can like be a place or not be a place. I can do a thing or not do a thing. I can
Okay.
speak to a person or not speak to a person. Do you know what I mean? I can like,
Right.
yeah, I'm always the variable. No matter what then let's say like I choose to like take myself to, I don't know, some pub somewhere, right? I chose to go to that pub. Then whatever happens after that, or maybe like some guy didn't like that I walked in, they're gonna beat me up or whatever. Of course, I didn't like choose for them things to beat me up. But then I put myself in that position of walking in that pub that I could probably see from outside as like, clearly probably I shouldn't go in there. But I go in
Right.
there against my own better judgment and I get my ass whooped from. Absolutely my fault, fam. Absolutely my fault, fam.
And
I
that's it.
hold, but I'm always the variable.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so we all.
And that's, yeah, I think that's how a lot of people live life. Like they, whether they're aware of it or not, like they're the variable in a lot of situations. It's like, okay, will you go left or go right? Will you do this or not do this? You know what I mean? Like, what choices will you make? And then whatever choice you make, you have to live with the consequence of that choice, whether good, right, or indifferent. Like, you know what I mean? Or good, bad, and indifferent. You have to live with the consequence of whatever that is. So if you go into that pub and then man put hands on you, you have to be accountable that you chose to go into that pub. You weren't forced to. You weren't
Yeah.
taken there against your will. You willingly walked into that pub knowing that potentially shit could get like this. So if shit get like this, you can't be mad at anybody but yourself, really. You know what I mean? But again, we don't live in a society that teaches that level of personal accountability. Like we live in a victimized society where everybody's trying to find a way to be the victim of some shit. Everybody's trying to find a way where they're being persecuted or they're the ones that are being done wrong and it's not their fault. Like that's kind of the shit that we live in, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's
Yeah, for sure.
just
It's wild, fam.
yeah,
Because everything's right now. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
it's easier for me in the moment to be like, yeah, fuck that. I'm even, I don't know, I'm trying to imagine like a scenario in it. Nah, I was just blah, blah, blah. And then they had to go and now it's all,
yeah, yeah,
it's easy to do that. But then it's really hard to be like, man, you know what, man? Just to yourself, you did fuck up, man. You did. And yeah, of course they did how they did, but then what would you do if
exactly.
it was you? Do you know what I mean? Yeah, you'd wig it as well, fam. So yeah, of course they reacted like that to that because of course, fam.
Because what else were they going to do with it?
Yeah, yeah. But I don't know. I guess a lot of people tend to take that and then like spiral it into like some like greasy place where it's just like, oh, that's gross what you've done with that lesson that you could have learned there from. That's
And
grim.
that's the thing, yeah. And it's just like you can't be responsible for how other people learn or don't learn their lessons in it. Like you can only try to contribute the best way that you can and then keep it moving, you know what I mean? Like keep it moving. Because then otherwise the ego gets too much time to indulge in shit. When the ego gets involved unchecked, it can just get all crazy, you know what I mean? It can get all
And it does
crazy.
get all crazy, fam.
Yeah.
Man, I had, man, yeah, fam. I realized, fam, I really am actively trying to avoid situations where, like, I do get heated, fam.
Right.
There's there's another part that's like, I don't know, fam, especially like if I drink or some shit like that, it's like, man, this motherfucker just fucking, yeah, I don't know
Ready to
what he
go
feels.
off. Ready to go off.
Yeah, fam. I don't know what this nigga deal is, but he hard headed than a motherfucker, fam. He gonna be hearing shit, and he trying to see what's up. Like, nah, we're not even like that for real, fam. Even when I am drunk, like, or when I am
Yeah.
having that time, it's like I'm talking to myself the whole time, and I'll be like, "Yo, chill out." We like, yeah, nah, this
It's not even like that.
unnecessary.
Yeah.
It's unnecessary. You're gonna ruin the night for everybody. Chill out. Chill out. And I'll be like, oh, you know what, man? Shit crazy. And I just walk away from that shit crazy. But other times, yeah,
Yeah.
Everybody from everybody's something
Everybody.
different. Fam, trust me.
Blood.
Sometimes, fam.
Nah, it gets like that, man. But the important thing is that you're able to check it. Do you get what I mean? I feel like the ego and all these things, they have a role that they play, and there is a value to them to a degree, but they have to be used correctly. You know what I mean? It has to be used with the right temperament, the right energy, the right space, the right intent. Like they have to just be used in the right way. Do you get what I mean? And if you allow them to go unchecked, then they can really, as you said, spiral you. And before you know it, you in the eye of the tornado. You know what I mean? Like you really spinning because you in some shit and you don't even know how you got into this shit, but you there because you
He's
let your ego go unchecked.
spinning.
You know what I mean?
He's spinning, nigga. He's spinning.
They spinning, nigga. They spinning. They spinning, nigga. They spinning.
Damn.
Trust me, bro.
Yeah, man. I think my other thing, I think I wrote this one down when I had seen like a little TikTok and it kind of like triggered man a little bit, but then it's a bit long.
Nah, go for it, fam.
Fam. Okay. How all these girls like, oh yeah, I don't date a guy that's less than 6 foot. Oh well, bitch, good goddamn luck, because it's only 15% of them niggas on the whole earth. The rest of them niggas just like me. I'm average height. This is what you probably don't get whenever you go wherever you gonna go. And then on top of that, yeah, you want a nigga that goddamn make all the money in the world, right? So out of those 15% of the whole world, now you down to 3% of all those niggas, fam. Of those 15% of niggas in the world, only 3% of them niggas, fam. So if there was
It's
100 niggas, only 15 of them would qualify by even the first hurdle, and then only
3 in it.
it's 15, yeah, of those, yeah, and then it's 3% of 50. So half a nigga, fam. Half a
That's
nigga,
it,
fam.
half a nigga. That's hilarious.
Good luck finding half a nigga. You hear me? Good luck spending half a nigga, because you know what's gonna happen is, okay, fine, you find this unicorn nigga. You're all looking for the same nigga, fam, so of course he'll fucking
Yeah.
all of you, bro.
Yeah.
Of
There's
course he
12
will.
bitches that all are in love with the same nigga, fam.
My
You
nigga.
all love the same qualities about him, but
My
the nigga's from,
nigga.
you know what I mean? Like, you think you're the only one that love this nigga, fam? Like, he's amazing, dog. Like, you think you're the only bitch that know that he's amazing? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
You know what I mean? It's like, oh yeah, nah, I like this nigga. But then, you know what I'm saying? He's the full package. Woo-woo. Oh, so you don't think, oh, there's other thousands of millions of other women out there in the world that have maybe come into contact. Okay, we'll say thousands of women that have come into contact with the same nigga. You don't think that they thinking the same shit? You don't think that they thinking, oh yeah, let me plant my seeds right there. I'll give him some bucks. Maybe he might fall in line.
they all doing it.
Think we the
You
only
know?
one? No, nigga, come on now. She thought he was doing them business trips and shit, fam. He thought he was just calling you. Cause, man, yeah, that unicorn nigga, fam. Yeah, I don't know where they gonna find him, fam. But I hope they find him. I hope they do find him, fam.
Somewhere in it. Somewhere.
Somewhere, fam. He therefore somewhere, fam. I'm sure, fam. That nigga, you know what I'm saying, played the guitar and shit. And then he like be shooting guns and what, and he'd be like blowing shit up and like doing mad like wild dumb shit. But then like he's a scientist, right? And then he like saves the whales, and then like
And he's an
he
author.
kills, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he like fixes babies and shit, cause like, you know, when they sick or whatever, he'd be like, pop, that's a fixed baby now. Yeah. Yeah, that nigga, fam, please let them find this nigga, fam. Just so that, yeah, once they find this nigga, they can realize that he also flawed too, fam. And you ain't never gonna find the perfect nigga, fam.
That's
And
it.
vice versa for the guys as well, do you know what I mean? You're never gonna find the perfect girl. There's no such a thing, fam. Otherwise, they
That's
would not be here. They would be up in the upper echelons of this shit, fam, existing on a different, higher level than this base matrix shit.
Nah, legit. Legit.
Just meet someone that you can be cool with, that you can understand each other and shit, you know what I'm saying? And
No, you can be
yeah,
real
be
with it.
cool,
Like,
son.
you can be
Yeah, just
real and be yourself with. You know what I mean? Like, I think
yeah.
above anything else, you need to be able to be openly, honestly you and be loved for not only your good qualities, but also be loved in spite of your bad qualities as well. I think that's like the important shit in it. Like,
Yeah, man. That's yeah. As long as there's an accord, do you know what I mean? Y'all gotta understand it. Cause that's the thing that be lacking, fam. Most of the time. I can say that for me. Most of the time I lacked much understanding. Do you know what I mean? It's like, yeah. But then if both sides is like that, ain't no winning, fam. That's why.
that's it. That's
Like you were saying, you need someone that you can just be like, yeah, you know, this is the it, fam. But then at the same time, y'all can go straight from like, that's serious, that's shit, to like, haha, some shit. I don't know, but like laughing like from the ribs kind of type shit. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Nah,
some shit. Man.
and that's the thing, because everybody's in a rush these days as well. It's like if 2-3 weeks go by and shit ain't really shitting, you know what I mean? A lot of people's like, oh well, you know what I mean? Like the people aren't willing to really put the time and the energy in, because that's all shit. It's not easy, dog. Even with like the best relationship you can think of, fam, like all of that shit has ups and downs, and it's not easy, fam. But it's like, it's about finding someone who's worth investing in. You have to treat it almost like a stock. Do you get what I mean? It's like you have to find someone who's worth investing the time in, worth investing the energy into, worth investing all of those hardships. Do you get what I mean? Like
Yeah,
that's what you try and find. You know what I mean?
somebody. Yeah, man. Somebody that. Yeah.
It don't mean they perfect. It don't mean that
nah.
they are without flaw. It's just you see a quality in them or qualities in them. It's like, yeah, that's worth taking the risks that I'll take. You know what I mean? That's worth doing X, Y, Z for. Like,
As long as, yeah, man, everybody should understand that everybody is fucked up. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah, man, we all fucked up. But yeah, yeah, we can, if we can understand each other, we can point things out to each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, ooh, you fucked up right there, and it's not gonna be like an attacky thing. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be like, ah, shit, you got some work to do right there. That's crazy.
Yeah, a love thing in it is because you point it out because you see somebody that could, you know what I mean, do with the help. So you're just trying to help them, you know what I mean? Like, oh, yo, like, listen, maybe try and check this or maybe try and check that.
You
You
know
know
what
what
I
I
mean?
mean? It's not a spite thing or a bad mind thing. It's like, yo, like, this might be better if you do X, Y, Z or whatever.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Out of love, man.
Out of
Yeah,
love.
I just saw a thing. I can't remember what even the even like. I think it was a TikTok. Yeah, and it was like I don't know, like one of them like fresh and fit style kind of things. So there's like two
Okay.
guys or like a couple girls or whatever. They're talking, and then you know, it was a question of like. In fact, somebody just literally brought up that whole like, oh yeah, the whole 15%. Because obviously, I didn't pluck all these numbers out of nowhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't just be like, yeah, I'm making it now. I ain't make that shit up, fam. Right? It's like there's a nigga that had done thorough research, so he like, yeah, boom, right? This is what you're looking at, and it's almost like these girls didn't understand what man was saying when he like, yeah, you're fucking the same nigga. They're looking at each other like, what? We are? Yeah. Because there ain't that many of this nigga that y'all looking for in this fast life, flashy these days,
In
fam.
this proximity to all of y'all in it, like, where y'all can get near him, do you know what I mean? Because there might be some of these niggas spread across the globe, but in terms of where you man can really access these type of niggas, there's maybe two of them, you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Like, man, yeah. Perfectionist is a motherfucker, fam. Perfectionism is a motherfucker, fam. That's me, I know, fam. Because all the time you think I'll be perfect, and
Listen, you talking to the expert in that shit, fam. How many times have I sent you notes back on them mixes and shit?
I
Be like,
know,
yo, or that, or this, you know what I mean? Like,
I
you
know.
speaking to Mr. Perfectionist, you get what I mean? So I get it, man.
Well, yeah, I think, yeah, it just triggered me. I think, like, their responses as well. Because then they were like, oh, well, you know, something along the lines of basically, well, then that's why all guys are pieces of shit, basically. And I was like, bitch,
Right,
did
right.
you just hear what he said? Did you hear? Did you take
Yeah.
into consideration anything that he just said? Y'all basically fucking the same guy, and then y'all being like, this guy that we fuck is a piece of shit. So basically, all these man are pieces of shit.
But we still want to fuck them, you know what I mean? Like, and we still gonna continue to fuck them, but they all pieces of shit. Like, it's been paradox. It's a weird
Yeah,
paradox.
I think that day I was just like triggered, fam. And I was like, yeah, I'm talking about fucking, I'm fucking go off about this shit, and I'm fucking, oh, I can't believe it, oh. Yeah, I can't believe this shit,
Sometimes
man.
you see shit like that. Sometimes you see shit like that. You're like, yeah, when the pod come round, fam, I'm gonna go crazy on this, fam. And then it come round, it's like,
No, I mean, I could say that, you know what I'm saying? But no, man, I don't know. I don't got much else to be first.
Yeah, nah, to be honest with you, man, I really got I don't really have anything else to be fair. So if you want, we can round it off, we can close it out. Do you get what I mean? Just with some closing thoughts and shit like that, you know what I mean?
Nah, hold on a sec. Hold on, my boy.
And guy will just dropping the thing on mute. The suspense just then was crazy in it. Because to be fair, I was here like waiting for whatever was gonna happen, and I realized like, oh shit, this body, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
What
no,
you
my
saying,
fault,
bro?
bro. My fault. I'm back. Quick
Nah.
break. You know what I mean? Can't be in the thing with the air. That'll be mad, fam. Just the stream happening, and I'm just like, that's crazy, fam.
Yeah,
That's literally taking the piss, fam.
we need like a dudum. We need like that in soundboard.
Yeah, man.
For real.
Yeah, for real, fam.
But nah, you
No,
got
boss.
any? Go on.
Yeah. Basically, your mind is really God.
Mm-hmm.
Befriend yourself. Goddamn, United. I don't know what happened to them, man. Fucked up. Fucking hell. Guys, don't be so one-sided with your perceiving about things, do you know what I mean? You never know. Even in your dealings and whatever you're doing, fam. Do you know what I mean? Always remind yourself that you're the variable. You know what I mean? And then, yeah, man. Life is beautiful, guys. Drink water and be peaceful, be loving, be kind to yourself, and you'll be kind to others. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's me. I was gonna make a 69 joke, but I don't think that's. I don't think that would be very grown up of me. You know what I'm saying? I don't even think I can make jokes like that after last week.
Jeez, you trying to get back into the starting 11 and shit.
Nah. I need to get back in the. I need to get back in the 11, fam. But like
Fuck.
strongly in it, not just like we need man.
Not
But
no
like I
needy
want to be
thing.
like I want to like be there properly in it.
Yeah. Where your name is like one of the first ones on the team sheet, you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, I want to know like when I run up to the team sheet and be like, oh yeah, now I'm definitely there. Yes, let's go.
yeah. For real. Nah, you know what, man? Again, big up to everybody that's tuned in for this episode, man. This has been episode 69 of the OnlyMans podcast. You know what I mean? So big up to everyone that tunes in each and every week. Ultra Melanin, big up to you, man. Appreciate you tuning in and, you know what I mean,
Every
touching
week.
base. And again, everyone else, obviously, we see the people that come and they go and stuff, and we appreciate y'all just spending the time and shit. Y'all could be anywhere else, but you here with us. I want to big up my guy, Will, who's down in the south right now, down Portsmouth sides right now, you know what I mean? And he's getting that moolah and shit. You know what I mean? Gotta wake up early tomorrow, but man still made the time to talk to us and to, you know, just talk and shit, man. And man, really appreciate you just making that time and doing this thing, bro. You know what I mean? We building and we trying to get somewhere with the shit. So man, appreciate you doing that for real.
I always appreciate the time spent talking and exchanging ideas with you, my G. I feel elevated after every talk, fam.
Nah, you right, fam.
Not
You
even
right,
just
fam.
the pod, but just in gen.
Nah, legit, man, and that's the point,
I
innit?
always
That's the
appreciate
whole
that.
point. It's like we supposed to elevate and lift each other. Iron sharpens iron, innit? You get what I mean? So it's always dope speaking with you, man, and just getting your perspective and just just learning new shit from you. You know what I mean? Like it's always dope, man. So man, I appreciate you. Again, people, make sure you know what I mean in all aspects of life. You be patient with yourself. You love yourself. Accept yourself. Treat yourself kindly. You know what I mean. Forgive yourself. Encourage yourself. Speak good things over yourself. Like speak life into yourself. You know what I mean? We live in a world where people say all sorts of negative things and don't even realize the shit that they're speaking over themselves, man. Like my guy Will has said so many times, all of this shit is spells and magic and some next thing. You know what I mean? The law of attraction is very real, fam. You attract the things that you emanate. You know what I mean? So you have to put energy out there in order to attract energy towards you. So everyone keep continuing towards their path. Everyone keep continuing towards what they're doing. You know what I mean? The road gets bumpy, but it's supposed to get bumpy. That just lets you know that you're getting further down the road. You know what I mean? So just keep going, keep walking, keep driving, whatever your course may be. Take your course, man. Don't allow the passing, fleeting things in life to dissuade or discourage you from the course you're supposed to take. It's very easy to let the ego just go into ego mode, but it's usually more beneficial to check that and to keep that in place, you know? So, just big up to all the people, man. Big, massive love again. Please subscribe to the YouTube page. You can go into the YouTube, listen to all the episodes we do each and every week. You know what I mean? Me and my guy again, we'll be giving you bare time on here. You know what I mean? So you all got a lot to listen back to and shit. Follow myself, follow Secret Life of Will. I'm sure Magz will make an infamous return at some point. You know?
Yeah, he gonna be back. But he gonna be on point though when we come back the next time.
Exactly, man. And we learning, we growing, and we moving, man. So yeah, I'm gonna keep it short and sweet with that. You know what I mean? Just thank you, Will, for just making the time. Thank you, everybody, for taking the
Thank
time.
you, my bro.
You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Keep doing what you gotta do, broski. Keep doing what you gotta do, man.
And you too, my bro. Look at the progress we're making, fam.
Look at
Kicking
the
ass, my bro.
Nah, we kicking on, bro. We kicking on,
Kicking
man.
ass, fam.
Trust me. Alright, people. This has been episode 69 of the OnlyMans podcast. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
Big up to the people then. Big up to my guy Will. Alright, brother, go get some rest. I know you gotta be up early and shit. Man, I love you, bro. I appreciate you taking the time to do this.
My bro.
You know what I mean? Stay safe, stay dangerous, all of that. And we shall speak soon, man.
Yeah, very soon, fam.
Very soon indeed.
Very soon, my brother.
All right, my brother. Peace.
All right, peace.
Peace.